Child. Welcome to the Sassy Show, darlings. It's been so quiet on these streets. A girl doesn't even know what to do, hunty. I don't have any idea what we'll be talking about today, but I guess we'll have to figure it out, right? Anyway, y'all know me and my sense of humor because, baby, these hoes tried to take me over the rakes, honey, for trying to do a good deed. Look at these bitches. These dirty, nasty, scoundrel ass bitches. Anyway, welcome to the Sassy Show, everyone. Happy Saturday. The Sassy Show is where we're going to discuss, deliver, redirect some deliciously entertaining, diverse perspectives. A damn shame in the scandal hood. These hoes, baby. What's up, everybody? Y'all listen, this is really not these hoes. Chris, I heard you say, I saw you say you was leaving. Miss Paulette Smooches, I'ma need you, girl. Bernadette, I see you in the audience. I'ma need you, girl. 2015 in the house. I'm 2019. Okay, and I was only watching Wiley and Rico. I saw y'all drop down. I really, really appreciate y'all. I need y'all. I'ma need y'all, but we're gonna do some stuff first. So if y'all can hold on. Everybody, I'm not gonna do my typical. What's up, Very Carey? I'm not Sassy got the streets talking while they not really Trinacious, the old school subby had them talking, and then they love to try to kick Sassy's back in, but Sassy's back is very small. Unlike these big back, dirty fit hoes, Sassy's back is very small. So you got to get the target right to kick Sassy back in, okay? But I will give you hoes you hoes really did try though. I'll give you hoes that. What's up, Saida? Sees all smooches. Miss OES, thank you, girl, so much. Shout out Vibrant Smooches, girl. What's up, Phoebe? I think I added 2 new mods. What's up, Voodoo? Always a pleasure. Hey y'all. Anybody that I missed, this is not a regular Sassy Show live, so I'm not gonna go through and speak to everybody. Y'all know how I do. You guys will be part of the audience. I need you guys like I always do. That's who I am, you know? Um, and I lost my train of thought that bad. I think I was about to say hey to Claire Monette and Nobody and Dana Smith members. Y'all forgive me today. Okay, Carrie, your meeting is right here. Alpha, y'all members, forgive me if I do not shout you guys out one by one. Please forgive me. We'll go talk later. What's up, CT? I was about to say something and see, I lost my train of thought trying to speak to y'all because it's just so natural for me to fucking speak to all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I got to say hey to Kimberly Black. She like a head member in charge, BA superstar. Like these bitches, these my bitches. Anyway, I'm gonna try not to though. Y'all know I like a little order. Okay. So the way this, hey, Zara, what's going on? I know it's Sarah, but you know over here is Zara. Okay. But anyway, listen. The way that this is going to work is I'm going to drop the link for Trinacious because we're going to have to misspell a lot of the narratives that were thrown out. Now, y'all know me. If I click a link, it's because I fucking want to click a link, not because you dirty, dusty hoes is summoning me, okay? So I was not about to listen to Raggedy Ass Deanna. What's up, so? I wasn't about to listen to Raggedy Ass J Dunn. I wasn't about to listen. I didn't have time for that and that. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Miss Dovey Hugs? That's what I was about to say. BL has a wrench over here now and shit. And Tony Montana. I added y'all when I was on Lent. I was just, you know how you just be thinking, and I added them. So if y'all are in the clouds, you do have a wrench. And I probably need you today. So hopefully y'all able to participate. But y'all know I like order. So I am going to drop the link for Trinacious so that we can dispel the stupid ass rumor that Sassy needs anything to get her numbers up. Like, bitch, what? Nigga who? Nigga what? Like that shit don't even make sense. That's just a dumbass narrative, right? Like I know how to come over here and get my numbers. Are y'all fucking crazy? Rhonda Edwards. Oh my gosh. Smooches and hugs. Cassie, thank you so much for joining me, honey. So that's stupid. So we're gonna dispel that rumor because that made no motherfucking sense, right? So we're gonna let her talk to you guys. We're gonna let her tell you guys why she put up the post, why she tagged everyone, and what she wanted from this conversation. And then you guys will hear a little bit about our conversation because we're coming from like 2 different energies. And then once she leaves, I'll go in on some motherfuckers, and then I'll try to do it very quickly. And then I want to talk to Rico and Wiley, and if anybody else drops down that we want to talk to, just to get, we just want to, like, this is not about saving the beef sector. We all understand where the beef sector is. I would have never put myself in a position to try to tell the OGs something. That's not my position. I've always stayed in my motherfucking lane. That's one thing you ain't gonna never be able to take from me. Okay. I ain't never tried to step on their toes. I ain't that bitch. Okay. I'm my motherfucking bitch. Okay. KRN in here. KRN, your segment will come later. I can't see y'all, so I appreciate y'all speaking to everybody. But everybody will kind of know when their segment is starting. But I would have never put myself in the position of trying to tell the old school beef sectors anything. Never have I ever done that. I didn't see it like that. And so I would just happen to be a person that dropped down in Trinacia's chat when she asked who would be able to facilitate this. And she thought it was a good idea. And then we collaborated. And I will share with you guys later on how big of a how big of a contributor she was to this, right? It was really, really cool. Thanks so much, Brooke. It was really, really cool seeing it from like a cloud watcher's perspective. So I'm gonna drop the link, and then we will meet Trinacia. She's been in the cloud since 2018. So we'll just share a little bit um, of her with you guys. Again, I didn't even plan to have her up, but I'm glad that a birdie gave me that. Hold on, y'all. I apologize. StreamYard has moved around everything, y'all. It's a trip. Okay, this link is only for Trinacious. But a little birdie told me that people were spinning a narrative that I was her, and that I don't know what I was trying to do, but I don't know. But like, I need this. Like, I need you hoes kicking my motherfucking back in. Like, bitch, I don't need Rick Reed and BS talking about me. Are y'all fucking kidding me? No, bitch, that ain't my brand. That ain't no brand for me. Okay. So we are gonna give her some time. Trinacious, I hope you're in the audience. If you could click that link, please. And I told her how to click StreamYard, but y'all know this is her first time. So we will be patient with her. Let's read y'all comments until she comes up. What's up, Caesar? Good to see you, honey. One thing about change is it's inevitable. Exactly. Oh, she clicked it quick. People come and go. Sometimes you need new blood and keep it interesting. Well, we'll talk about that. How you guys feel as subscribers. Hold on, honey. Uh let me grab something to cover. Let me grab my girl. Trinacious?
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you so good. Can you hear me?
I can. How are you?
I'm so good. Okay. Oh, you don't have, is your camera turned off? Hold on. Let's make sure the camera's off, because okay, there you go. Oh, well, I can see a T somewhere else, but I can't see anything here. It's fine as long as the
I'm
camera's.
sorry.
No, you're okay. It's okay.
I
Let's just.
actually, I can't. So I can't minimize my screen at all. If I minimize it, let me see.
No, don't do anything. I don't want you touching any buttons. As long as we can hear you great, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure that your screen was not on by any stretch of the imagination.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
and hi, welcome to the Sassy Show.
hi. Yeah, I'm so nervous. I've never done this. I don't ever plan to do this again.
I know it's nerve wracking, isn't it? Oh
It
my,
is, and I really, really prefer to stay in the bushes.
I know.
But I just wanted to say hi to you and hi to all the beef sector creators and all of our visitors. My name is Trinacious, and I have been a bushwasher since 2018. But my original page was my initials. So sometimes I would get on the rare occasion that I would drop down in chats. I didn't feel comfortable with my initials, so I just changed my name. But I've been here for a really long time. I started with Sean Bradley in the reviews, and then one day I was watching Sean, and he was doing a call-in show, and BS, Chopper, and April called in, and I was like, "What in the world is going on here?" And I was confused, but I was hooked. So I would say I became a regular viewer um, during the Larry Nelson VS saga.
Oh my God, that's one of my first stories. Go ahead.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And so I just I created the post because I just wanted somebody to just bring all the B sector CCs together just to talk about where we've been and where we are now, and is there any possibility to protect the authenticity of the space, or where are we going from here? Because I just there's so much I miss about the old B sector, but I know as an OG subscriber I need to evolve. So I'm willing to just listen to the conversations of the B sector CCs just to see where they are, and hopefully we can reminisce and have some good times. Um, I also want to tell to you, Sassy, that I apologize. I had no intention of this coming against you negatively in any way. That really wasn't my intent. It really was just to bring the B sector CCs together, just to have a conversation. And lastly, I want to say thank you to all the B sector creators. You all have no idea how you help us, those that hang out in the bushes and the clouds. You all have gotten us through some tough days. Your entertainment, your laugh have been an absolute blessing to me. So I speak blessings into each of your lives as well.
You are so sweet.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you are so
Thank you.
sweet. It was such a pleasure talking to you behind the scenes. It was such a pleasure.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you so
it
much.
was it was like watching like through a child's eyes. You don't understand what I mean respectfully. Like you were like, "What's going on?" I was like, "Girl."
Yeah, I miss the old days, but I keep hearing I need to evolve, so I'm trying. I'm
So,
trying.
well, this is what we'll talk about, and I'll let you go. So I did, I told Trinacious like, hey, let's talk behind the scenes, and we did on IG. And one of the first things I told her is I totally understand where you're coming from, but we don't share the same sentiment, right? Number one, I'm not in a position to tell the OGs anything, right? Um,
Correct.
right, and that's what I told you. I'm like, I'm not in that. That's not my position in this community, right? And then the
Correct.
other part that I told you is that I don't want to, commensurate on what we need to do to get back the old sector. It's gone.
Mm.
I remember you just gave me like this big sigh and you was like, "No." And I was like, "Yeah, baby girl, it's gone." You know what I mean? So I don't want. And I told you I wanted to tell you this first so that you understood where I stood. This show was never that was a narrative spin, right? I never said anything about OGs. I never said anything about members only. I never, I'm not you. You're not me. We don't know each other before that day. You know what I mean? That we talked. But you did say that you were very familiar with me, and that's one of the reasons why you were like, I think Sassy will be a good person, and I appreciate you trusting me with that. And I thought that I would be a good person. Otherwise, I would not have volunteered for it because I thought that I'm a COVID baby, and we'll talk about that, right? So I came in during COVID. So obviously, I don't have the history of a VS or a Phi or James Caldwell, and that's why I called on them because I'm not dumb, right? Like
Mhm.
I facilitate meetings, and if I need to call in an IT executive, that's what I'll do. I have no idea what they do, and I don't back code, right? I do what I do, and then, but also, I'm not a 2.0. I'm not a newbie. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I'm right in the middle, so I understand what I have a better understanding of what they probably are feeling, and then I do understand evolve and change. But as it relates to the beef sector, as when I was here and when I first came in, and the stories like a Larry Nelson and Bonnie Vaughn, and then big
Mhm.
story, my next big story was DC Gate. You can't that it's not gonna touch it. Nothing's ever gonna touch that.
Right. And it was so authentic. All of it was so
Oh
authentic.
my gosh, and then we're going to talk about the avatars, right? Because the avatars to me were the beginning of the end, right? And that's my era. I didn't have any idea at the time that it was the beginning of the end, but I think in hindsight is 2020, it definitely was the beginning of the end as we see it now. You know what I mean? Because there's only so much you can do if someone is protecting their identity and their anonymity. You know what I mean? As opposed to all these other people that will be just running down memory lane. So that was all. If any beef sector content creators that are in the chat that are OGs. I just had two questions for you guys. So I don't know where all these other narratives. It was going to be the first question was going to be, what's your best, absolute best memory of the beef sector? And then what's, kind of like your, basically your ickiest memory, your memory that was like pivotal for you that kind of made you say, wait a minute, why am I doing this again? And that was it. And this was all just for the subbies. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, thank you so much. I know your intentions were pure. I could tell from the minute that we started talking. We exchanged pictures and all that. Like, hey, this is who I am. She told me who she was. Like, I ain't no troll. This is who I am. This is my lifestyle. This is what I do for a living. It didn't get too personal, but it was just basic kind of, like basic talk just to make sure that each one of us was coming from a good place. And I really appreciate you for that. And you're speaking for a lot of subscribers that we have never heard. We never seen them drop down. And I think a lot of people fall short of that sometimes, and they don't understand that the majority, thousands of people are watching us from the clouds.
Right.
There's so many people that have never dropped down that we never
Right.
know that would be there, and I appreciate you representing those people because I was that person for a whole year in at Wiley's, a whole year. Okay,
Right. 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 Yeah. Resetting can be scary. So I don't want to drop down
okay,
often.
right,
So I don't want to take up too much of your time. I do have one more thing to say though.
of course.
So if there's a possibility, I know Very Carey and KRN does subscribe to sound off. So if the two of them want to collaborate and have subscribers talk, that would be great one day for us too.
Oh, you mean like a call in?
Or something like that for
Something like that for the subscribers. Yeah.
yes.
If any subscribers want to hit my link, you can do so, and I'll leave the banner up as well. But
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
but
that's perfect.
yeah. If they wanted to do that, but absolutely, very Carrie and KRN. If you that would be, obviously, because that's really what this is, who this is for, right? And all of
Right.
this got drummed up with the recent like porn bombings and stuff like that. And I think people thought I was going to talk about the Umar boys and talk about Fifi and 88. It's not really about any of them. This is all an in-house job. So we're just going to keep it in-house because that's how it started.
Right.
Yeah. All right,
All
girl.
right.
You did
Thank
great,
you.
T. I told you was going to do great.
Yeah, I was so nervous.
I know. It's
But
okay.
I'm never doing this again. I'm going back to the bushes.
Right. I'll talk to you from the bushes.
All right.
I'll just say hey to you from the bushes. You won't even be in the chat. I'll just say hey.
Okay. Love you, B Sector. Thank you for everything. And
Bye,
thank you, Sassy.
Thank you so much, girl.
Okay. Bye bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Hey, everybody walking in. I'm going to kick you off. I know it's a little confusing on how to get off. Okay. All right, y'all. So that was Trinacious, longtime beef sector cloud watcher. So no, it's not sassy. So one narrative down. Okay. Oh, did you say Phoebe? You did good. No, that's not Phoebe. I said Trinacious. Okay, exposed. Thank you so much. She is so sweet. Okay. So the other narrative is obvious. I don't know who started this, that it was going to be members only, or how you were going to have to be a member. I don't. That's stupid. Obviously, it was never going to be that. Um, and then what is the other narrative? Shit, I forgot because I'm hearing this secondhand. I forgot. Y'all have to remind me. I can't remember the other narratives, but as you can see, this is just she just probably dispelled every single narrative that was out there. But I can't. It's like at the tip of my tongue. Well, yeah, Miss Sarah, it's always gonna be on subscribers only because if you want to talk shit, you need to at least give me a subscribe. Okay, so yeah, it's gonna be that. But subscribers is not members, right? Yeah. Hey, Tracy. Um, But oh, and that it was gonna be OGs only. Trinacious tagged like 15,000 of y'all. So, and y'all can see by the list that it wasn't OGs only. So I think, listen, what it did show us, what happened in the last 48 hours is number one, a lot of OGs are still watching. A lot of OGs have something to sound off about. A lot of OGs are pissed off, bitter, mad, angry, and y'all got them fucked up, right? And a lot of them, hey IGT, and a lot of them most likely, this is my opinion now, wanted to do this but didn't want to do it because they knew that it wasn't going to lead to anything, right? So that's what they kept saying. What is it going to solve? What is it going to solve? It's just a conversation, baby. It's okay sometimes to just have a motherfucking conversation, okay? So those of you who tried to kick my back in, I'm the motherfucking leader. You motherfuckers follow, and that's just how it's gonna be. Now I don't give a fuck who does a show, who don't do a show, who about to do a show, who go live, who don't go live. Bitch, you was tagged in the same motherfucking shit I was tagged in. You didn't say a motherfucking word. I spoke up. Now you got a motherfucking problem. It's because y'all some dirty bitches. Y'all some crabs in a barrel ass having ass bitches. I don't give a two fucks about you. Okay? I didn't ask for this shit. A subscriber asked for it, bitch. Block anything that say J Dunn. Block them. I appreciate y'all. What's up, dragons? I didn't ask for this shit. Every goddamn time I try to help the motherfucking sector out in the way that I try to help the sector out and stay in my motherfucking lane, y'all got a bitch ass problem with it. I don't give a fuck. But let me say this though. Cause Rick Reed, you got me all the way fucked up. Now I don't know what the fuck your Muppet sounding ass said this morning on your shit, but all the motherfucker I said was that you asked me if I was doing the show, and then you said you was coming over if I was doing the show. Now, if your bitch ass changed your motherfucking mind, that's your motherfucking prerogative, Bobby Brown. I don't give a fuck. But be a man about your shit, okay? Be a goddamn man about your shit, my nigga. Uh, uh, these hoes, like I got the motherfucking lie. Hold on, y'all. I'm looking for my shit. Sassy, is you holding down that town hall we got tagged in? LOL. I need to talk to Trinacious first, Rick. Okay, Sassy, I would come through, but I don't think everyone would. They bougie. Well, they think they are. You holding a wrench in Sour Patch Chat, so I don't think it was a troll. That's all the fuck I said, Rick. Just be a man about it. That's all the fuck I said. And you over here going off and huffing and puffing and downing a bottle of Hennessy. Over what? Just say I got to roll with my girls. That's how I roll. That's all the fuck you got to say. I don't give a fuck. And Rita, I didn't tag you. I don't fuck with you. I didn't tag you. Trinacious tagged you. Fuck you mean. And Deanna, you know I don't fuck with you. I would never tag you in a goddamn thing. I didn't tag your bitch ass. Trinacious tagged you, hoe. You don't want to show up for the beef sector for the people? I don't give a fuck. Don't show up. But this was not about the Sassy Show, so I was not going to put my ego into it. I said, hey, I don't give a fuck that I don't fuck with them. Those were the two questions. What was your best memory? And what was the time that it was a pivotal moment where you was like, why in the fuck am I here? And you could have dropped your dusty, dirty foot ass down, bitch. We wouldn't have even spoke to each other. I wouldn't have said hey or nothing because I ain't no fake bitch. But I would have done that for the sector. So let's talk about this. So I watched about 10 minutes of VS. Oh, let me tell you this. Now, I reached out to as many people as I could think of. Y'all, I went back to everybody that I could think of. The one person I couldn't find their page, like Flo Becca, I couldn't find her page. I reached out to Properly Bonafide. I reached out to Chopper, I think, QB, Fi, Heidi Fly, like anybody who was in my realm of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And the point is that I'm a COVID baby. You know what I'm saying? So their favorite memory is going to evoke memories within you guys. You know what I'm saying? And so I can only evoke memories of my knowledge, right? So they say, "Oh, you ain't beef sector." I'm not about to. I'm absolutely not about to have a conversation on who's beef sector and who's not beef sector. It's quite fucking clear who's beef sector and who's not beef sector. All that other shit is just narrative spinning and fodder. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a COVID baby, right? And so I started in 2019 with Wiley in the clouds, but my dumbass, my loud dumbass, I always think I gotta talk directly to the CC. They'll tell you I be bothering them, child. They be live. I be saying shit. I bet they be like, this bitch right here is just so entitled. But that's just how it's because that's how I got used to talking. And Wiley would talk back to me. And so I never dawned on me to drop down in his chat. I didn't even understand how to use the chat for a long time. It definitely didn't dawn on me to call in. That wasn't my zhuzh. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't know if the pivotal moment of me dropping down, I don't think it was VS and IHOP. I think I had dropped down before that. I don't know if it was Jay Wilson and Wiley and him being out. I can't. It was some pivotal moment, and I was like, "Bitch, what the fuck they doing over here?" And then I dropped down, right? And then, y'all know after that, I'm a consummate panel whore. I'm in the chats, and then I think a year after I was here and you guys knew me, I started my Ask April, all the three Aprils, I think. It was one April that I couldn't find. Damn, I can't remember which April, but April Walker on site and ask. I cannot remember which April, but if they hear, hey, I reached out to Nicole Tyler. Yeah, I tried to reach out to as many people, like I said, as I could remember that, like I said, was on my radar that I could remember. You know what I'm saying? And then I could still find their channels. But I'm about to drop the link for Wiley and for Rico because one of my first favorite memories was DC Gate. Like I watched every fucking thing about DC Gate that I could find, and I watched it 3 motherfucking times. Okay. And so again, this show is not about I said that's what I'm saying, Daisha. I tried to reach out to all 3 of the Aprils. It was one April that I couldn't find. But nevertheless, um, let me back up. Let me say this. But for y'all to think that it's okay to try to overly criticize a subscriber that just wants the best for the beef sector and really, really holds you guys dear to heart, that's just some lame ass bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. Number two, I mean, I don't know what the fuck y'all kicking my back in. Like, what the fuck? Like, bitch, y'all got lives. Like, y'all didn't, like, it's just some stupid ass shit that be going around here. And that's the reason why we'll talk about it. And one of the main reasons, in my opinion, why, let me back up. Let me slow down and back up. To me, and in my opinion, and I told my homegirls behind the scenes this, I told them this probably before I went on Lent. In my gut, I knew that this Lent was going to be different. I just knew it. You know what I'm saying? And it was for me. It was just different. Um, And I was like, I don't think I want to come back at the same capacity. First of all, I'm a recap girl. I don't really have a lot to recap. Like, I'm not gonna, like, I fucks with Lemon. Like, you know what I'm saying? We kind of pretty much started together, but I'm not gonna talk about Lemon every week. I reached out to Boss Lady New Jersey. Yeah, y'all keep putting the names in there because I'll tell you when it's somebody who I forgot. But I was like, I don't think I'm gonna come back. And I remember James Caldwell in one of his last lives, and he was like, "Oh, so that's what we doing now? We live roasting. So that's how we doing this shit now." Oh, okay. I didn't know that that's what the fuck we doing. And then when him and Jay Wilson had their situation, oh, okay. So I can be on your panel, and these motherfuckers can attack me, and that's just how we doing it now. And I'm speaking for him. I think he's like, I don't know if I'm too comfortable with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, J Dump, they acted like I created the list. They spent that. I didn't tag them hoes. She did. So anyway, Um, and I felt where he was coming from. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, right before I left, Ness was on my ass because I did a silent protest on Ness because the energy was different over there. I wasn't feeling it. Lemon's chat is just a free for all for me. I knew Lemon before I knew Ness. I guess she fails to realize that. But I always, if I like you, I'm not gonna come live on you. I'm not about to say no sideways ass shit. I ain't no bitter ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not, you know? But Ness is extremely bitter with me. I told the bitch we could talk behind the scenes or talk publicly, but she said she didn't want to talk about it because she didn't want Lemon to know that she was bothered about me being in his chat and not being in her chat, you know? But that's on her. Like, I'm a grown ass woman. I'm always willing to have the motherfucking conversation. Just because you're not, that's on you. You're immature, you're bitter. And you know what I'm saying? I wish that you would go ahead and take your meds like they prescribe because I think that you're going through something. And I said this to somebody 8 months ago. You fucking going through something, but you want me to be like, what you want me to do with that shit? I ain't got time for that motherfucking shit, Ness. You going on with your bitter ass. You need to put up a motherfucking mirror to your motherfucking face because you are a hypocritical ass bitch. You do the same goddamn shit that all these other motherfuckers do. You don't know if you want to be an OG or 2.0. Shit, you both. So I don't, I hated that Dimples porn bombed you. But shit, you over there playing and dancing with the devil. You love fucking rolling with the devil. You love dancing with the motherfucking devil. That's your zhuzh. So you got burnt. It is what the fuck it is. That ain't my motherfucking. I ain't got nothing to do with that. You are the epitome of hypocrisy. 1 minute you can't stand them. 1 minute they. You think Pizarro was gonna be able to talk about my child the way she talked about your child, and I'll be back at her motherfucking channel? You are one of the reasons why we are here where the fuck we are. Like, what the fuck is we doing here? This shit don't make no sense. But y'all want to blame everybody else. This is an inside job. You guys started this shit. But let's go back, okay? It's my opinion that, and I'm not saying SK. And SK, I didn't see you on my block list, but I know I have you blocked. But you're definitely, y'all can when SK's, hey Tony, when SK's time comes, you can definitely click the link. You were a pivotal part in my beef sector history and a lot of us. But when I say avatars, I'm not talking about Avatar Nation. I'm just talking about avatars, right? As in Sassy and people who don't show themselves, right? But the avatars to me were the beginning of the end. We were the beginning of the end of the beef sector as we once knew it. I had no idea. I was too new to know. But hindsight is 2020. And once you start having people who are not showing themselves, who are not sharing their lives openly with you, who are not coming on camera, you can't catch a spider on the wall as in Jay Wilson and call it a roach for 2 years. You can't make fun of the way that they look or their skin or their teeth or their hair. It's going to change the dynamics, right? And one of the things that the reason why SK started his chat is because they started banning him out, blacking him out. Like, we don't fuck with you. Like, you a whole troll and we don't fuck with you. So he started his own channel. Well, just so happened by happenstance, when he started his channel, boom, here's COVID. So then you got probably I'm gonna call it 2 or 3,000 people that got a lot of motherfucking time on their hands that most likely were in the clouds, and now they're dropping down. They clicking links, i.e. the Sassy Show, and they're speaking now, right? You also at that exact same time have VS has the IHOP situation, right? And she sat down for 3 years. So then simultaneously, when VS gets taken off of YouTube, that ushers in a new era in that the exclusivity is weighing out now, right? Fi Babe is still trying to hold on to it. If you got like somebody like a Rick or a Rita, they still holding on to it. Deanna still got her group, but Duchess Kelly Love welcomely opened me with, with what am I trying to say, y'all? Open arms, I guess. I don't know. I got tongue tied there. But it was open arms for me. Babe welcomed me with open arms, right, at the time. So I had places to go. So when people say I'm Avatar Nation, that's fine if that's what y'all want to It doesn't matter to me. I never my channel, hey Miss Juicy, my channel is not off the back of Avatar Nation. You will not find one. Absolutely welcome me with open arms. Thank you, Zero. I couldn't get it together. I you will not find one live about SK in the title. I never, that's not my, so my channel was not started off the back of me and SK's beef. But if people want to say that I'm Avatar Nation, I'm listen, that's fine. I absolutely enjoyed my time at Avatar Nation. Wouldn't have changed it for the world. Baby, we laughed. And then we laughed and we laughed and we laughed some more and we laughed some more and then we laughed again and we laughed all night long. Okay. And we laughed for like a year, bitch. Not 2 days, not 2 months, not 3 weeks, honey. We laughed. Okay. We had a motherfucking blast in that bitch. Okay. So I would not change it forever, but I do like to correct people. I was clicking. Thank you, Miss Dovey. Okay, 6 years ago, I was one of Miss Dovey's first mods. I was in Miss Dovey chat. Me, OES, Molly, what's her name? Simply A. Anyway, y'all, I could go down. We're in iBabe's chat. I clicked iBabe's link first. Well, I clicked Trisha's link absolutely first. That was the first link I ever clicked, and then she introduced me to iBabe, and then I would go over to iBabe's every single morning, and then I would give recaps and I would do reenactments and I would tell like word for word without any notes what happened on SK the night before. That's where I met Miss Toby. That's where I met Meanwhile. That's where I met BL. That's where I met Pizarro. That's where I met Face Yaya. That's where I met ODS. So okay, so that's my story. You know what I'm saying? And uh but people, however you know me is how you know me. The motherfucking fact is that you bitches do motherfucking know me. It ain't gonna be no sassy who. Okay? It's the Sassy Show. Okay? So stop the motherfucking shenanigans. All the motherfucking dumb shit. Y'all is a mess, honey. Y'all is a mess. Shout out to Avatar Nation. What's up, bitch? Gemini 75. So okay, so that happened. I was going somewhere and I fucking forgot Vibrant because I got all animated. I don't want Rico and um Wally to leave, but y'all, DC Gate was my shit. I fucking loved every bit of it. Oh, I was saying that was the pivotal moment. I consider myself a COVID baby, and I'm in the middle of that. You know what I'm saying? So we'll talk about. See, the way I look at it is like a James Caldwell and a Jay Wilson and VS and Phi and all of them are like the grandparents, right? And then that's why they consider OGs. And then I'm more like me, Pizarro, all of them. We're like the parents, right? And then these other people are like the YNs, right? So if you take the grandparents and the parents, they understand each other. We as the kids at the time, we followed the motherfucking rules, okay? We didn't get out, we didn't we we understood what was expected. Our um we got to know our history. We didn't click links like these YNs talking about shit that we don't know what the fuck we talking about and putting, bags on people. And we didn't do all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they the YNs, Shay. Kamiko, they the YNs. You know what I'm saying? That's what they act like. And that's why the grandparents is so irritated. And that's why the parents looking at them like, look at these YNs. What the fuck? And so, but we respected them, right? That's the point I was gonna make. Y'all remember how exclusive it was. It wasn't none of this shit that the avatars ushered in where you can go wherever the fuck you was gonna go. Now we did do that. That's why I said it's the beginning of the end. We was like, bitch, we ain't beholden to you hoes. We gonna go where we want to go. Now I don't give a fuck if Duchess Kelly Love is fighting with SK and SK is fighting with ODS. That ain't none of my motherfucking business, honey. I like them all. What's up, Pizarro? I like them all. I'm going wherever I'm going. You know what I'm saying? But see, that wasn't like that pre-COVID, okay? You bitch, you had to stay. What my cousin Demetra say, honey, you had to pick a motherfucking side. But we didn't know. Demetra had been screaming it for years, but we didn't know that it was going to lead to the YNs taking over. We didn't know. Shit, we was just like, shit, we got boundaries. You know what I'm saying? And y'all trying to create, you know what I'm saying? We just want to go where we want to fucking go. Shit, like we like this motherfucker too, you know? So we didn't know. But look at these YNs. Child, you get these motherfucking YNs an inch, and baby, they're gonna take a mile every motherfucking time. Okay. And so anyway, so we was just living our best life, laughing, and it was all such, I don't want to say clean fun. Cause some of this shit, you know what I'm saying? But it felt like it. You know what I'm saying? It was just so much fucking fun. So then it's so much fun. Like Trinacia said, what the fuck is going on over here? And everybody to me was so authentic, i.e. SK. I don't fuck with SK. SK has spent too many narratives on Sassy, okay? But Sassy is a real bitch. But you cannot take away his authenticity. He was who he was. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, baby, you're gonna get an agenda. It's gonna be some order around that motherfucker. But baby, the motherfuckers he would let up on that platform, you didn't know who you was gonna see from day to day, minute to minute. I mean, where can you go in a community and have a 70-year-old at the time, Mr. William? Okay, Jay Dunn pulling up with guns, Cruiser gonna pull up, Duchess the girl is gonna pull up, DKL might pull up. You know what I'm saying? James Caldwell gonna pull up and say some shit. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. I mean, Rico gonna definitely pull up and say what the fuck he got to say. And then it was a whole bunch of weirdos like, what's that nigga? Oh shit, y'all. JC, I don't know. Y'all, Gemini, somebody will tell me. It was a whole bunch. Mama D. Oh my gosh, thank you, Miss Dobie. Mama D gonna pull up, okay? Mama D talking about her husband and she getting married, and baby Mama D own a bonding company, and baby, please. And then Slappy, like what the fuck, Slappy? Like who is like? And people like, I don't want to talk to a wouldn't. You don't, bitch. You don't have to talk to him. This motherfucker is funny as fuck, entertaining, and I'm not gonna see this nowhere. Granny Love. Oh my god, I was so disappointed when Granny Love stopped coming on there. Y'all know I'm old lady gang. Oh, Great Man dropped down earlier. Oh my God, I loved Great Man. Okay. I mean, y'all mean, oh my God, y'all remember how it would take y'all mean like 20 minutes to say one sentence? Oh my gosh, y'all mean, where is y'all mean? Lord, it would take y'all mean so long to get one fucking thing out. And child, by that time, SK was on to somebody else, 20 other people that clicked the motherfucking link, and y'all mean still trying to get out what the fuck he trying to get out. Okay. And then anyway, child, I could just go down my memory lane for a minute. Okay, so that's all it was about. I keep saying I'm gonna let me drop the link for them, and then we'll get back. Who was the creator who they used to wear a mask because she didn't want to show her face? Who is that, y'all? Dr. LaShonia. Who is that, y'all? Oh, Nightcrawler Goosey. Goosey had that. That's further down, but Goosey used to click SK's link. Goosey had to leave because it was a sad story. But I'm gonna leave. Y'all probably don't even know that story. I'm gonna leave it alone. Y'all think Goosey gone, or y'all think he's still in the chat? Um. Okay, this link right now is for Wiley and Rico. Please, let's talk about DC Gate because I'm kind of going. I'm going to my era, but that's before my era, right? I was here, but y'all didn't know me. Lioness of Judah, laugh out loud. That was my girl. Who is Lioness of Judah? Why do I remember that name? You think he under a troll page? Hey, Rennie. Y'all had to drink my water. Y'all know about me and my water. Let's see who this is, y'all. Oh, that's Wiley. What's going on, Wiley?
Man, I am blessed and highly favored. How are you doing?
I am doing great. Thank you so much for showing up for the people. What's going on this happy Saturday?
It's so good. I felt so good because on yesterday, I'm like, all these narratives have been spinning about what you was trying to do, and I
Hmm.
and I said, let me rebuke the devil and let me go to sleep so I can do my show and then come on over here and do your show.
You are very, I really, really super appreciate that. I so appreciate it. So my two questions, and I'm just gonna go on mute and let you go. But my two questions, okay, I heard you had a lot of stuff to say, my nigga. Okay. So my two questions is what is your most memorable beef sector moment of all time? And then and then we'll get into what is the pivotal moment where you said, you know what, I better probably leave this shit alone.
My most memorable moment of the B sector, I actually got two. When 5A went to my family church,
Oh my God, I
and
was there. Oh my
when she
God, when her and Tracy D pulled up at your church, I was like, what the fuck? Okay, I ain't gonna say nothing else. Go ahead.
and then QB pulled up and he was feminine and they didn't let him in. And then I came out and I said, you know what, I'm gonna do Marquita the cross-eyed diva, put on wigs, I will do that character. And that was and then my second one would be the IHOP gate. Because I was at work, I will never forget it. And Shireen was like, she was crying, yeah, Wally VS hit me and all that type of stuff. And I was like, well, you need, pretty much you need to press charges. Like, what can I do? Because Shireen is the same age as my mom. And she was crying. Then she called me when she was in the ambulance, and I didn't know how serious it was until I watched the video. Because I couldn't believe it. I said, is this a skit? I'm like, what? VS hit Shireen? And then I interviewed Shireen, and I was like, she was a senior citizen that got hit in the head with pancakes and all that. I will never forget that moment.
I was there and you fucked that shit up. I'll never forget she was outside in some kind of patio or something or deck or something. Shireen was, and she was talking to you. And you were like, at first, this is my remembrance of it. At first, you were like, "Well, go up there. I mean, what is it gonna harm?" And then when she went up there and got, pounced on, you was like, "Well, why in the fuck would you go up there?" And the lady said she don't want the furniture anyway.
Exactly. And I remember I had to get my medicine, and Shireen was like, Wiley, I told VS I live right around the corner. I got some furniture, and she said, "B word off yourself." And I said, why would you even reach out to VS for some furniture? She ain't gonna
Rico.
accept your furniture because you over there with
Hey,
Sean
hey,
Bradley.
this Rico.
Okay, go ahead, Wiley.
She ain't gonna accept your furniture because you over there with Sean Bradley and them. She's not gonna want it. So why would you even reach out to VS to offer her some furniture? Child.
That was such a Those are two great uh memorable moments. What is your pivotal moment that made you want to go to the is that I don't know, what sector, entertainment sector, or what do you call that?
I think that's the entertainment slash beef sector because YouTubers they get into it over there as well.
Yeah.
But when we were doing the show and I was invited to do the show. I was like, man, I really want to do something else. I don't really want to be for other YouTubers. I want to do something else, because I would love to live in a mansion. And so I made a decision. I said, I don't want to do the B sector anymore. And I just left.
At that time, you didn't want to be gay. You had claimed that you were going to get married and have a child, and
Yes.
Mhm.
I was in reflection. I said, I don't
Rico,
know.
stop laughing.
I said, I don't want to do the B sector no more. And so I left. And then people wasn't watching, because once you
Yeah.
leave the B sector, and then the views dropped. And I said, I want to talk about other stuff. But yeah, that was what made me laugh because once we did that show, I'm not gonna get into what we got into in the show, but it was like I would love to have this career because the people that I met behind the scenes, I said I would love to have this career, this lifestyle. So I
Mhm.
said I don't think I can do it in the beef sector. Let me go to the celebrity gossip sector. Then when I went over there, I started bringing beef sector stuff, putting the content creator's name in the title, beefing with Armand Wiggins, beefing with Nick at Night, beefing with Tasha K, Lovely
Mhm.
T, getting blocked by all of them.
Mhm.
So I started bringing that formula to the celebrity gossip sector.
Let me ask you a question really quick, Enrico. I'm gonna let you speak after this. When Tasha K had brought you under her wing, right? I was there, and it seemed like a really promising time. And then, and then things went awry. How was that devastating for you, or was it just par for the course?
No, because when I went to Atlanta, one of my moderators, we went to go see Monique. This was right after the pandemic. We went to go see Monique in Atlanta to perform at the comedy club. Tasha K invited me to do a podcast.
I'm
She said,
gonna
"I'm a,
mute
I'm
you
a,
real quick, Rico. You got a little bit of background, okay?
I'm a,
Okay,
I'm gonna do,
sorry.
I'm gonna, I'm
That's
gonna do
okay.
a podcast with you while I'm gonna do a podcast." She sent me her address and everything. So then she changed her mind, said, "I can't do the podcast, Wally. I gotta take my baby to the hospital and ER." And then I went on her Instagram, the baby outside playing outside and all type of stuff. And so she just blatantly lied. So not VS, Tasha K, she got mad because I started taking Armand Wiggins' side. The only reason why she wanted to work with me is because I was dragging Armand Wiggins. And
Mm-hmm.
once I started like taking his side, 'cause sometimes I'll take his side, sometimes I was dragging him, and then she get me on the phone. You know what, Wiley? Who you reminded me of? Armand. Because I would take his side and say she a liar and all that. Because
Mm-hmm.
I would flip flop. Because I'm
Yeah,
the type of person, I don't like to keep one side. I like to keep people on. I like to keep people on their toes. I like to. Sometimes I take the Democratic side. Sometimes I take the Republican side. Sometimes I take your side. The next day I might drag you. It's just all. It's just YouTube to keep the audience entertained. You can't be the same person all the time because the audience will get bored.
that was always your blueprint. You were definitely, some people say a consummate flip flopper, but I call it an antagonist.
Yes, and you
All
got to
right.
be entertaining. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hey, everybody has their style. That's what I mean. Like back then, everybody was very authentic. Rico is up next. Rico, you want to talk about authentic and organic? Rico, what was your most favorable beef sector moment? And you can take yourself off mute.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Uh
Cause
huh.
I'm outside.
It's
Okay.
okay. You're
All right.
good.
Okay. I want to say thank you for allowing me to come up here.
Thank you for coming.
Um, I don't really have too many. Well, my favorite moment was when Heidi Fly and VS Icon was going through their back and forth, and VS dressed up like Heidi Fly, Hoochie with the dog and all that stuff.
Uh huh.
So that was very kind of comical to me, even though they was beefing back and forth, but it still was comical.
Yeah.
And Heidi went on the platform. They started talking and shit like that. So that was one of my favorite moments in the beef sector, if you ask me.
Okay. And what year do you think that was in?
That was all in about what 2018, 2019.
Yeah. Okay. And then what was a pivotal moment for you to make you kind of move back from the beef sector, like how you move now? Hey, Heidi.
Oh, we was just speaking of Heidi. Yeah, so
She
that
heard
was
the name.
funny. That was
Yeah.
funny. Um, me, I never wanted to do beef sector content. Wally even know this, even though Wally's fake, and I'm gonna get on him in another situation because you called me behind the scenes asking for a place to stay here in New York. Do you want to be a two-faced bitch? Anyway, I
I'm
separate
sorry. I don't
myself.
think I heard you. He called what?
He called my phone wanted to move here in New York, but he wanted to be a two-faced bitch saying shit behind the scenes and saying it on his video.
Wally,
So
why
I
would
ain't got
you do
time for
that?
his fake ass shit.
Why would you
So
do that,
he
Wally?
kissed my ass.
Well, for me, the reason why I changed my mind, I was like, because when
Bitch,
I
you
saw,
called me and
what,
wanted you to come here to New York. I didn't ask your motherfucking ass to
right,
come here to
right.
New York.
You was like, yeah, while you can come, and I was like, oh, this would be a good idea. Then I thought about it. I was like, no, it's not
Good.
gonna work. And the reason why I said
Good.
it wasn't gonna work out because of DC gay, because I'm like, we gonna have sex, and he's drinking, and I don't drink no more. I don't drink alcohol no more. And I was like, oh, it's not gonna work. Because once I started watching his content, and I started seeing him going back to the liquor store, getting the liquor, I said it's just not gonna work.
I got me a beer now. Ain't shit changing.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. It's not going to work because we'll argue and fight. And I remember DC Gate when I didn't really have sex with him like that. He got mad because you wanted
We
me
not
for
even gonna
sex.
go into that. We not gonna go into that
But no.
because
But
again,
that's just one of the ones.
you
And
played games with me in my motherfucking mind. It wasn't shit about no sex. You
how could
wanted
I
to
play
use me
games
for
with you in your
clicks
mind?
and views and content just like the rest of these hoes.
How did I play
I don't
games?
have time for that.
We
I don't.
we went live, and that's one thing I regret ever putting you on camera because you didn't want to be on camera, making you part of the
Exactly.
live.
I never wanted
But
to be a part of no content creator, never wanted to be a part of this shit. I
But
do music,
once,
I do
but
editing.
I'm talking about back in the day. But once you see content creators on the B sector coming, we gonna have our cameras roll. Because why would I come to DC and not meet up with VS? Because that was a problem too. You was like, you came to meet up with VS, but why would I come to DC and not meet up with VS when we were cool at that time?
I had a
But you made
problem with it.
but you made it seem like you up there just want to be VS. I'm like, when VS reached out to me and she was having the same thing, I was like, oh, okay. Well, I come and see you, and you agree. You said, Wiley, you can go see VS. I don't mind. And I went. And then you said you was gonna spit on her and beat her up and all that type of stuff. And then
And
uh
Deshaun car got towed because I
design
was
car.
actually gonna pull up because motherfuckers on here thinking that Rico won't pull the fuck up. Yes, the fuck I will.
So that
And I'll
was
leave it at that.
6 years ago, and you guys remember obviously every single detail. And do you still hold some resentment for that situation, you guys?
Of course. Of
Yeah.
course, because with me, what was the straw when I was like looking at Rico, different. That's another reason too, because this was like, oh my gosh, he liked to lay hands on people. He threw that drink in my face, and I'm like, he's abusive. And Rico told me, he said he was in a relationship with somebody, and he was beating them up and stuff like that. They got into it. Then he said he beat up a cop, and I was like, oh my god, so he's abusive. And me, I'm a jokester, so I like to tell jokes. So I'm like, I know VS is busting a couple of. And he was like, I know VS is busting
No,
a
and you
nut,
thought it was
and,
fucking funny, and
and
I
I
ain't find
started
shit
laughing.
funny.
I started laughing, and then I'm like, why would you throw a drink in my face? Just just go to the other room. And that was, and then he had got the fine at the Airbnb. He had to pay like how much money? Like $600, $700
No,
a
I
month.
didn't have to pay anything. That's what they charged me, but I ain't have to pay nothing.
Or wait, that's what they charge you because you damaged those people's property. And that's what I say. I called VS. I said, come and get me because I want to call the cops and press charges because he just assaulted me.
Mm,
And it was VS that said, Wiley, don't press charges. Don't press charges. It
yeah,
was VS
yeah,
that told me that.
yeah. And that's how she ended up taking Rico back to where he needed to be, and yeah, and then
Absolutely, yes.
yeah, and then everything ensued when you guys got home.
Yes. And then he had made up with VS and they apologized, stuff like that. And then VS said, go upstairs and have sex with Rico. And I couldn't do it. It's like with Rico, I don't think he understands. He's too aggressive. When I want to have sex, I wanted to have the freedom. Like, let me feel comfortable. Don't force me to do it. Like he's forceful with his personality. And I guess he thought just because he paid for the Airbnb that I was his trick. And I was like, no, I don't want to have sex because
Well, but
I
he
can't
was,
get turned on by that.
but to be clear, when he was calling into your show, and that's how you guys got to know each other, there was clearly flirting there then. So so Rico had a crush on you then, and you knew that, and that's why when you went to DC, it was to meet up with Rico, and
Thank you.
yeah, and the intentions was I mean, I want to see if we can be boyfriend and boyfriend.
It was, but this is the thing, and this is Rico. Then it was all entertainment. When I get on the show, I'm
Right,
just
because
being
it was all
great.
a play that I ended up finding out that you and
It
VS
was right. It
playing
was all
all that shit
entertainment,
in the
and
background
Rico,
scenes and all that bullshit. That's when I found out after the fact. I ain't know nothing during the fact. I found
right?
out all after the
Yeah,
fact
after
that
that, because
both
Rico
of you
didn't know.
motherfuckers playing this shit.
We introduced Rico to the B search because me and VS were supposed to have a baby. That was a
Yeah.
storyline that I was
Yes,
supposed to
that's
get
why I
VS
put this
pregnant.
up here. Heidi reminded me. I forgot that you guys were supposed to have a baby. Go ahead.
Yeah, that was part. It was all part of a storyline. It was just to entertain the audience. And Rico, he was a newbie. He didn't know none of that. He was just, but he was entertaining because he brought Deshaun, Jay Wilson moderated Deshaun,
Yeah.
to the Airbnb. Me and Deshaun started getting in, and I started liking Deshaun. This is when he was fat, not when he was skinny. He's skinny
Oh,
now.
oh,
This
oh,
is
you
when he
don't
was.
like the skinny chocolate bag?
No, he looked
Okay.
sickly. No,
Okay.
I love the fat one because he looked more healthy
Oh, okay.
at that time. No
Okay.
shade, but we would
Uh-huh.
get it in. And then Rico was like, "I pay for this peen. I pay for this," and I'm like,
You
"What?"
motherfucking right.
Mm,
And both of you bitches got that work that night.
mm. Ooh, you was so mad at them, Rico. And
Absolutely.
was it ever true that what's the man name? What's that other man name? Wilderman. What's that man name with the picture? Luke.
Lukerman, and he sexually assaulted me by
Was
sticking
that
his finger.
true? Hold on, let me ask Rico. Rico, did Lukerman put his finger up?
Yes, yes,
What?
that's absolutely true. My friend Lukerman, which is not a part of the beef sector or anything, he's the one that showed me around in DC because I was new there. Okay,
Uh-huh.
I don't even was there new. Uh, he the one took us out to the club that we had went to, all that shit like that, and we was in the back drinking. See, Wiley like to play games.
Okay, go
Wiley is a drunk too.
uh-huh.
Wiley like to drink too. And when my friend stuck his finger in his booty, he didn't
Uh-huh.
say shit.
He
He
didn't say
didn't say
shit.
shit. He was
What he
flirting. He
what
was
he
flirting
do?
back, and we was gonna go in that motherfucking room and get it in. But Wiley, stop fucking lying to these people.
Wally,
No,
why did you lie?
I was not attracted to Lukerman. When me and
Okay.
Chocolate Bay seen him, he was old, crusty. I'm like, ew, like, no, I'm not attracted. So that's why me and Chocolate Bay went to the other room because Rico
Okay.
was getting his ass ate by Lukerman in the living room. We wasn't
Wait a
attracted to
minute,
Lukerman.
slow the story down. So he's putting his finger up your ass while Rico is getting his ass ate?
Oh no, no, no. He put his finger in my ass after I took a shower, and I
I
wasn't
remember
interested.
that.
I'm like, because he really thought. what Rico really thought and Lukerman thought, they thought it was gonna be like a sex session. And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not attracted to him. I'm like, ill, 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 ill. Now Rico, Chocolate Bear, and myself, we could have did
Yeah.
a threesome. I could have been down with that, but I didn't like Lukerman at all. I wasn't attracted
By
to him at
yourself.
all.
Uh-huh. Okay. I
Yeah.
remember that you maintained that because you said it. You said I didn't like it. I remember you said I got out the shower and that motherfucker was put his finger up my ass. I said it's wildly exaggerated.
No,
But
he did. He definitely did that. And I was like, I felt weird. I'm like, I don't want to have sex with this man. Like, no, I'm not attracted to him at all.
yeah. And so you
Because Rico like older man,
uh-huh.
dusty older man. That's
Yes,
Rico type.
mature men, mature men.
Mature. He likes mature men, Wiley.
Yeah, no, no, no. I was when I saying look at me ill, it was just no. But Chocolate Bay was sweet. We was talking about politics, books. He was just
He's very
adorable.
smart. Yeah, he's
He's a very
adorable.
intellectual person, and we
Yeah.
we was we was getting in. We would have really got took it to the next level if Rico, of course, and busting the
So
doors
I
down.
don't really give a fuck
Crazy.
about that because y'all could have did what you did, but at the end of the day, I ended up fucking his doctor friend. So at the end of the day, he got his karma just as back as well. But I fucked his doctor friend in his house. So I don't give a fuck what you talking about,
That
Chocolate
shit
Bay
was
about.
wild. That show was wild. And that came out. Didn't that come out on Brianna's panel?
Yes, it did. We
Oh,
see.
damn, that shit was wild. I mean, and that was the beginning of people saying Rico doesn't lie on his dick.
I don't. I don't have nothing to lie
I mean,
about.
I'm just telling them, and what year is that? That's
2019. That was
2019.
before.
No.
That was before COVID because I was working. I was
Okay,
at work when
okay,
all that shit went live, and I was
okay,
working doing my dishwashing. So that
okay.
was before
Oh, you
COVID.
was dishwashing at the country club, golf course, something.
It was a sports center.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Okay, so yeah, so I thought I was dropping down by that time. So I guess I wasn't dropping down. I guess I was just watching Brianna. That's okay. Cause that show, my God, that show. Well, anything else that you guys would like to add? I mean, I know that both of you guys are just, beef sector adjacent at this point. I know y'all are both doing your own thing and just trying to live life. Blessings to both of y'all. I know life is hard for everybody, no matter who you are right now. So I can appreciate the peace of mind, or trying to at least garner some peace of mind. But any last words for the B sector subbies and the people who weren't here in y'all heyday? Because it'll never be the same, and they'll never get to see y'all like we got to see
No,
y'all.
they would never get to see it. I had got a piece of it when I saw Captivating Christian, Sean Bradley, and King Roman News when they came to Las Vegas. I'm
Uh-huh.
dancing, having a good time, and King Roman News is very attractive,
Is he a cutie in person?
very smell good, very attractive, just beautiful. If I was into that lifestyle, I would slide in his DMs.
He will
He got a
want
big.
you.
Wait a
He,
minute. You're
So
not
like,
gay
boy,
anymore?
please.
You're,
I'm just not in the mood of dealing with men
oh, okay.
because they do too much.
Oh.
And when I got into it, had sex with a female, I actually came faster with a female than with men.
Okay.
So
Okay.
okay, I gotta say that.
He see
But
this is the entertainment. He ain't had no sex with no
but
woman since that a slow
but King
girl.
Roman News,
So
let he was so nice. He was like, yeah, Wally, you laugh. He's just a sweet,
He's a
just
sweetheart. Yeah.
a beautiful man, and just to see him doing what he's doing with his crew is just it's everything. If I was into the lifestyle, of course I would jump to his DM. I
Yeah.
would do a storyline with him,
You're
of
not
course.
gay no more. You like women's.
I'm not even dealing with women. I'm just single,
Okay.
with the Lord and everything.
Yeah.
But if I was to jump into King Roman News, I would love to do
You
like a
would
storyline
okay,
with him
well
because
I
it was
think
so nice seeing him in Vegas. I wish I could have spent more time with him,
yeah.
private time with him in Vegas.
Well he's
But
here, so
yeah.
we'll see if you know what I mean. Um but okay, and then Rico, any parting words, anything that I didn't ask you that I should have?
no, actually, I don't really have too much to say on the new beefing sector because at the same time, everything is evolved, So I've been saying this for years. We need new characters, we need new players in the game. So I'm not hating on none of that because at the same time, I get tired of dragging the same people that I drag. James Cobb Webb, James Will Sucker Cock, all these Miss Sat Down, all them clowns. I'm getting tired of even arguing with them hoes.
Mhm.
So yes, we do need new people, new blood, new characters. So I'm down with the whole evolvement of the beef sector and everything like that. Me, I'm just not trying to beef or trying to do any of that because first of all, I said I never wanted to do beef sector content. That's not my content. I don't come down here do commentary on none of the shit. I do my music, my boring ass mashups, and I edit. That's just that. I always been on here for that, so I
And you was
continue to do
just
my
dragging King
uploads.
Roman News. You was just dragging him. So you are in
Exactly,
the
because
beef.
he pulled me into some shit about my motherfucking dog. I had no problem with the man, but a motherfucker
But
not
you
gonna
they said,
interrupt
but
my
Rico, they said
motherfucking
you was
real
being
life.
a dog.
I don't give a fuck if it's him or a subscriber or a content creator. Nobody is going to interfere into my real life. Period. And that's just that. And I leave it alone.
But you brought it on
Period.
camera, and then when I saw that, I'm like, I couldn't believe it. They say he was beating a dog, and
Well,
King Roman
mind your
News said
motherfucking
he
business. That's
contacted
all I can
he
say.
contacted the authorities, and I'm
Well, I
like,
don't give a
Rico.
fuck because at the end of the day, he still ain't do shit. I still got my dog. So who got the last laugh and who got the win and the L? Evidently, he took the L and I took the win.
And then you talking about you
So
gonna use his credit card and credit card fraud. I'm like, what, Rico? If you do that, you can go to jail because that's a crime, and it's a
well,
crime
I
to
ain't
beat
got no
dogs too.
information. I ain't got no information, but I just know where he at. That's just that. And keep it simple as that.
So
Make another motherfucking phone call, and I said I would be at that door, and I meant what I said, and I know he listening,
So
and
you
I
was
don't
gonna
give a
show
fuck.
Rico. It's never show up to nobody's house because they got
I
the
don't
home
give a
court
fuck when
advantage.
you come in and interfect into my real life. I'm going to come into your real life. That's just that. I want to get off sassy because I don't want to talk about that.
no, I don't want you to have to talk about that either. Do you let me? But this is the. I said I had two questions that I was going to let you guys know about, let everybody know about in the beginning, and then this is the controversial question. I feel like most beef sector species, as we knew them, are no longer here because they were traumatized by what they went through in the beef sector. Do you guys agree? And do you feel like you were traumatized by what happened to you in the beef sector individually?
I
No, I
most
was.
definitely agree.
It made me stronger to do the celebrity gossip sector because like some of the stuff they were saying about me, they say the same thing over there with Tasha K and them. So it made me stronger. If I did not have the B sector, I would not be able to survive on YouTube. Just like on last night when me and Rick Reed was getting into it, he was saying, it don't bother me because
Mhm,
old school B sector. If people see that you homeless, if people see that you got messed up eye and all that, they're gonna talk about it. That's what I
mhm,
miss about the B sector. And the
mhm.
reason when I come on the B sector, if I come back, only people that I really talk about is King Roman News because he come on camera, Rico
Right,
because he come on camera beat his
right,
dog, Jay Wilson he's come on camera,
right.
and Brianna come on camera with her boyfriend and all of that. So
Mhm.
I can talk about them. It's hard for me to do commentary and tell a joke with a person that with an
Absolutely,
avatar. It's hard for me to do
absolutely.
jokes.
So you agree with my assessment that
Oh,
that
absolutely.
us COVID babies kind of was the beginning of the end. We just didn't know. We weren't aware that it was
Yeah,
going to be
absolutely. But if you come on camera, we'll definitely talk about it. Like
right.
seeing Shakim, or because I believe he come on camera seeing Castro and his boyfriend. I guess he home. I guess the boyfriend is a prostitute or something like that. But seeing that I can talk about that. I can be
Right,
funny because that's what the old school B sector was about. Seeing 5A with the air conditioner back there and it was
right.
all clogged up. You can talk about it. It's kind of hard doing it now with the whole avatar and stuff. Because I want to see your
Absolutely.
face. Because if I have the courage enough to show my wobbly eye, I
Right.
want to see how you look too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I totally agree. And I guess people didn't think that I thought that. I've always thought that. Never tried to put myself in the position of you guys because I'm not you guys. I'm definitely a few steps up under y'all. You know what I'm saying? You really have I mean you guys really you got you dug your feet in and you made your bones and y'all went through some shit. One of my favorite, I'm gonna say one of my favorite Rico moments. Sorrow, maybe yeah, baby, you got to listen. You're gonna have to listen if you want to be over here. I think people are not used to holding themselves accountable or being like a part of the story, so they don't listen, right? But yeah, that was the point of me talking about the avatars is because I'm one. Duh. But one of my favorite Rico moments was Rick Reed pulling up and ZT pulling up in Atlanta, And I was screaming at the TV when Rico gave ZT his money back. I was like, "Don't give him back shit! Don't give him back shit!" Uh,
Yeah, everybody was saying I shouldn't have gave that
oh
bitch to
God, I hated that you gave him back his money, but but that was like you can't have that moment without all three of those guys coming on camera and meeting up in person and being vulnerable and being putting themselves out there. You cannot have that moment.
No, you cannot. And that's why if I would have moved in with Rico in New York, it would have been a time. It would be a
Good. Stay
whole.
your ass where
It would
you
be a
at. Stay your ass in a
it would be a
homeless
whole
shelter. You
scandal.
don't need to be
And I
here.
could still get Rico on the phone. We could still talk because
Were
I
you
know he
looking?
gets up. He get upset. He get mad and stuff like that because I know how to talk to Rico offline because his offline is different because he's more calm and all that and
Yeah,
stuff like that because we talk offline and it's cool. I'm
yeah.
just saying when he come on the show, it's kind of hard because Rico do a lot of stuff that's funny. He be drunk. He be saying his address. He be showing his dog. He be beating on the dog. He show everything.
Hey,
When he
we
was
let
trying to
him talk
barbecue the
about that wild.
ribs, he didn't have his ID to get the liquor. It's kind of hard not to talk about it because you show it on camera. And I like to
Hey,
talk
at least
trash,
I'm real about my shit. A lot of
but you
these folks
show
can't
it.
be real about their shit and
No,
come on camera and show their real life.
no, they
I'm
cannot.
about my
Yeah, I
I
agree.
like we cannot, and both of you guys share that, right? I mean, we don't hold a flame to you guys. We just followed the rules. Like I said, we were the parents. We weren't these YNs. You know what I'm saying? Like they can talk about y'all if they want to, but no, I've always felt like y'all need to. There's a level of respect needs to be put on your name. And if you come for me, I'm gonna come for your bitch ass. I don't give a fuck, right? But I'm not for, but for me to just click up a live and start talking about an OG, that's not even in me because I already know what they've gone through, what they've been through, and I would never be able to do anything like that, you know? And so
And
I,
then Pizarro is saying this ain't what I was looking for, ma'am. When she said Wiley and Rico, we have multiple
mhm.
different storylines, multiple different storylines, so we can talk for hours and hours and hours. So if this ain't what you're looking for, to the left, to the left.
To the left, to the left.
It's no
I,
shade.
I ignore her. She likes to do stuff like that. But when I drop down in her chat, I act a fool sometimes too. So I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't really care what she has to say. But I mean I tried to let the people know what it was gonna be about, but they created their own narratives. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I kept saying it's definitely not gonna be a town hall. I'm not in a
No,
position.
and the reason why VS is not up here is because she don't want to talk about not DC gay or IHOP, really about IHOP. And the thing about VS, I saw another side. She ran her audience like she was Suge Knight. How she talked to her people.
Oh my gosh.
She
Yes.
running like she should not. And when I tell you the lesbian community, them lesbian hated my guts so bad they was pissed at me. And all that and QI with the period blood panties and all that type of stuff. It was a mess. And VS cussed her out because she did not come to Rico house. She said she had to go get coffee, and VS left her to go rescue me.
That was
So
she sure did, and she had, and VS is ex-military, and baby, she had a schedule, and she told QI ass to be downstairs at
mhm.
9:03, and bitch, if you ain't here at 9:03, the car is gonna get cranked the fuck up at 9:04, and you're going to get left, darling.
Absolutely. And she left her. And she said, yeah, you was going to get some coffee. You supposed to be my crew to protect me, but you had to get some coffee. And she left her. And so it's just a lot of stuff. And the whole thing, they said, well, Wiley, why you saying something about period panties? It was VS that brought it up on the Mess Express that this woman had period panties.
That when they came back, that shit right there. Thank you so much, Team Hamster. That shit was wild when they came back, and then that's when we found out. And quite honestly, you want to talk about traumatized? QI is totally traumatized by that situation. That's when we found out about a used dildo and all of this stuff. And
But
she,
the thing about QI is, see, I gotta say this to take VS side. QI literally sat there and thought she was gonna move in with VS.
yes, yeah.
She really thought that, and you're not gonna move in with VS because number one, VS is not attracted to her because she was like, she whispered in my ear. Now Wiley, don't talk about her because she got a lot of bumps. Don't say
Oh,
nothing. It's a lot of crusty bumps. Don't say. And
oh,
she had a lot of bad acting. I mean, juicy, crusty
oh,
bumps
wow.
everywhere.
Oh, goodness.
Yes,
I hope she got
yes.
that taken care of.
Yes, and so I can just go on and on and on and on and on and on. And she's obsessed with VS, the same way like Rico was just obsessed about Wiley, and he still is. Because I can go there and dick him down, and he'll be falling in love and all that type of stuff. I get it, and everything. Because and if I was there, of course I'd do it. He'd just have to hop on, and I'll say, you know what, since I'm here, you give me free room and board. I just give you the ping.
Uh huh.
That's the best I can do. But anyway, but yeah, that whole
What,
thing with DC guy was a lot.
Rico, were you looking forward to Wiley moving in with you up there? You can take yourself off mute.
I'm sorry, I didn't even know I was on mute
I
because
had.
I was just cussing this bitch out.
Oh
Bitch, do
shit,
not
my
play with me,
bad.
Wally.
I'm so
Bitch, ain't
sorry.
nobody obsessed over you, hoe. Ain't nobody motherfucking obsessed with you in that lame ass dick that can't get hard, bitch. So, bitch, shut the fuck up. And talking about some peen, nigga, I can get peen anytime I want. Nigga, you fat and bloated now. Who the fuck wants you? At least you was slimmer, 200 pounds slimmer when I did meet your fat ass. The fuck is you talking about, bitch? You
But
called
Rico,
me.
you will still have sex with me
You
because you had
caused
sex with
me. Tell
Chocolate
the
Bear. He was
people.
fat.
You caused
You
me.
had
I don't
sex
give a
with
fuck
Chocolate Bear.
about
He
no
was fat.
chocolate, babe. I don't give
But
a
you
fuck
had sex
about
with him
none
when
of
he
that.
was fat. So don't act like you never had sex with no
Okay.
fat nigga. Don't play that
And
game.
yeah, and then he
Don't
slide
play that
me up
game.
too. Then he slide me up too. Nigga, the fuck is you talking about?
So
Fuck
QI.
all
don't
you
act
fat
like
bitches.
you won't have sex with no fat niggas. So don't play no don't act like
Yeah,
that.
you gonna come out your pockets too. You gonna pay for what you weigh.
Of course I'll come out my pocket. Of course I'd be paying a light bill because you know your light bill was like $200. You know I pay your light bill. Of course, if
Pay,
I was
pay,
there,
pay,
I
pay
would
for
not be
what you
staying.
weigh, right?
I won't be staying in your place for free. Of course, you got free rent, so you only have to pay for the light bill. So of course I give you like, "Huh, Rico, this is for the light bill."
So
That's
you
what
was
that's
gonna
like.
pay.
Anyway,
You was gonna pay for the light bill. Rico was gonna get some dick, and you was gonna have a place to stay. That's like a
And
win-win.
then we would do content, and
And then
then
y'all would do content.
facts.
Oh well,
see, he is a character,
you
and
know
that's why I
he's a,
just
you know
fail.
he's a
And this is somebody, and
Man,
Rico, but Rico, you know this. When we talk offline, we have serious conversations. Like when I talk to your family member, we had serious conversations, Rico. But you know, when I come online, it's my online persona. If you love me, if I'm a your nigga, you know what I do when I come on camera. I can't be boring. You know this.
Well, QI is in the building, and so I'm going to drop the link for QI because we are talking about DC Gate, and QI said lies, Cyclops.
I don't know what I lied about, but I got this. But come on, Q.
That link is only for QI because we're talking about DC Gate. We just taking it how it come. But QI say you lying and you need to stop, child. Dear self, smooches girl, long time no see. Hey, everybody walking into the room, can y'all please tap the like button for me? I appreciate it. You know, they threw out a lot of narratives yesterday. This is a town hall. This is just for OG, all this bullshit. Basically, in my opinion, I'm not in a position to tell the OGs to do a fuck thing, okay? What segment is this again? This is the DC Gate segment and everything surrounding that, whatever these gentlemen and whatever QI wanted to talk about. But nevertheless, we dispelled. If you're just joining us, we dispelled a lot of those narratives that they spun. We did feed the motherfucking sector. We did hear from Trinacious at the top of the show, the subscriber that tagged everyone and that wanted this to happen. But when I talked to her behind the scenes, I let her know what I really thought about it. And I told her that I'm not in a position. Okay, well, happy birthday. And I just wanted to extend the offer since they were talking about you. Thank you so much, Ebony. And I just and she came up to talk and to give her position. And so Wiley and Rico were in the chat, and so I didn't want to belabor the point. I wanted them to be able to come up and talk about whatever they wanted to talk about, and then when they drop down, we'll continue the show. But so many memories with the two of y'all.
Yes,
It just
QI. Can I say this, QI? If I'm lying, you tell your woman VS that I'm lying. Because VS told me everything and I seen it all. QI, you was on that begging. I did not have no period panties. I remember VS called me. This one doing DC Gate. She said, Wiley, QI don't want to go home. So you kept sending VS to different train stations, missing your train on purpose because you wanted to live there. Then you said, I just go to the shelter to get Section A to stay in Virginia because Virginia it ain't no waiting list. I could just go to the women's shelter. You don't remember that, QI? I remember everything about DC Gate. You wanted to live with VS, and VS didn't want you around her children. She didn't feel comfortable having you around her children. You remember that, VS? I mean, VS, I know you listening. You should have came on this panel and everything like that. And then QI told me, I can't do it because it's my birthday. Happy birthday. I'm not going to say happy birthday to
yeah,
you.
VS
Make
should
sure you
have
got
been here though, because she is a OG. Cause that's how I got introduced to the beef sector was from Sean. But I don't think I mentioned that, but I got introduced to the beef sector in 2018, and I moved to DC in 2017. And the recommendations, like when you on YouTube, and I guess when you move to a certain city or a certain area, or whatever,
mhm.
recommendations in that area will come up and pop up in your feed. So
Mhm.
Sean Bradley had came into my feed. I liked him
Mhm.
because I like his charismatic style, like his country style talking.
Mhm.
And then Jay Wilson. And this
Mhm.
time, me and Jay Wilson got into it back in 2018 before Wally catfished him and he came out the closet. Oh, I'm a top and all this bullshit that he's talking about. I been called his ass out in the chat. This was before Vivian Jennings. He had a moderator, Sabrina. I forget the last name, but it was Sabrina. And I used to call him out about his gayness. And he blocked me and shit like that. I think Jay Wilson should know about that. But
Yeah,
that's
I
how I got
can.
introduced to it.
I did want to say I do that brings up another memory. So I could probably talk to you guys forever, but hold on while I got another memory for you. But I did invite Jay Wilson. He is traveling. He's in Boston right now. He said that if he had some time, he would come through. And I did obviously invite VS. I mean, come on, that is VS the icon, right? Sabrina T was the moderator, by the way. And I did invite VS. She graciously declined under the post. And then this morning she went live and she wanted to do her own show. And obviously, I mean, she's the icon, she can do whatever she wanted to do, but I think she thought it was going to be something different. And again, that was the narrative that was spinning, you know what I mean? And I tried to tell people in me relaying the message to them that I'm not in a position to do that. That's not what it's going to be about. But my damn, what was the thing I had for Wiley? It's at the tip of my tongue. Oh, Wiley, you outing Jay Wilson. Wiley. How, like, I know us beef sector people remember that like it was yesterday, but can you just take us through like what prompted you to do the fake Jack's profile? You could not have predicted that it was going to happen on live at all. So
Well,
it was crazy.
it was one of my subscribers that catfished Jay Wilson. They said, you know, Wiley, just say it was I did it, so they won't blame you. But I knew once I came public, they gonna say it was me. So it was a subscriber that did it, and then in the message he said, "Don't forget to bring the lube." Now the guy that catfished Jay Wilson, he had a body, so Jay Wilson got a type. If you physically fit, he's down for it. Um, so because then Jay was because he kept pretending to be straight. He kept saying he's straight and all that. And I know he was gay because he go to drag shows in Chicago. He's a power bottom and all that type of stuff. He got it in with King Jives and all that. So we know that he's gay, but I just got so frustrated that he's
Did you just
lying
say
to the
he got it in
audience.
with King
And then
Jives?
he kept saying, "Baby, baby, Wiley, baby, baby." The way how he do his lips, like clearly you're gay and you just in denial. And then when he got put out of the closet, he said, "I never was in the closet." Baby, baby, ho, I never was in the closet. Yes, you was. You was pretending to be in the closet when you got on YouTube. Now, when he's out and about in San Antonio and all that, selling prep and all that type of stuff, he got exposed. And I don't apologize for it. Many people said, "Oh, Wiley, you was wrong." I don't apologize for it because I think the women, Miss Vivian, she needed to know that Jay Wilson won't peen and no puss.
Did you say you need to stop? You don't know if Vivian just probably a good friend of his.
Vivian wanted to be Mrs. J. Wilson. She wanted to be the first lady over there because he was pretending to be a preacher. He can't preach. He is baby. His preaching put you to sleep. If you ever need to go to sleep, listen to J. Wilson preach. You will sleep real good.
My God.
That's why he don't get no views over there talking that bullshit.
Why did you
No,
just lie on King Jives and say that him and Jay Wilson got it on?
ain't nowhere in the world that King Jives over there at J. Wilson House in San Antonio and they ain't getting it in. Come on now.
Let me tell you my history on that. So I'm watching you at the time. You had just gotten the down payment from the TSCC for the car, and I was watching you on the bus for a year or so, right? Hearing all the nursing home stories. I'm still in the clouds. I think and now at this point, when you say the Brianna chocolate bake thing was 2019, shit, I don't know. Was I here in 2018? I have no idea. Anyway, I was in the clouds. You had just gotten the down payment. You introduced me to Seven Stars. You introduced me to VS. You introduced me to Phi. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Then at the same time that I watch you early in the morning get ready for work and go to the get on the bus, right? At the same time, in the middle of the night, I'm watching Larry King live. Okay. Larry Reed live. That's how I know who King Jobs is. Then you tell me that this guy that I don't know, Jay Wilson, is having a San Antonio gate. At the same time, I find out King Jobs, who I know through Larry Reed, is going to San Antonio gate. And I'm thinking, how do they know each other? And that's how my two worlds like collide. And that's at the point where I was like, damn, that's when I'm really start knowing all these characters and start getting it in. So it is your assumption or affirmation that you believe that they got it in while he was in San Antonio. And why didn't you go to San Antonio gate?
Well, I was gonna go, but due to the fact that because I wanted to link up with Tracy, then Jay Wilson said, "I'm gonna have security, Wiley. If you show up, I'm gonna call the cops. I'm gonna call the police." I was gonna show up with Mother Beverly, and I was gonna go, but then Jay Wilson said he was gonna call the cops and he's gonna press charges. He's gonna have security. If I would have known it was just his overweight man being a security with the club feet, I would have
Uh-huh.
went. I would have went
You
to
would
the
have
San
gone anyway.
Antonio and showed up.
Now, are you and Miss Beverly still cool?
We are still cool. When
Wow.
I was over there in Lemon channel and Lemon went to sleep, I took over his live because he went to sleep, and I was on the show talking about my personal business, talking about my father now
Uh-huh.
owning me on Ancestry, and then Miss Beverly called me. She still got my 773 number. I had that number for years, and Miss
Wow.
Beverly called me, and I still had her name saved in my phone as Mother Beverly. And she called me and she donated, and she was telling me she having problems with her roof. They need to fix her roof with FEMA. That FEMA didn't want to help her and all of that. But yeah, I remember all that.
Wow. That is something else. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go on with the show. But I know we keep saying last words, but you guys were such a pivotal part in us in our entertainment, in the beef sector. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was you guys were just so pivotal that it's so many, many stories. And I just really
And it
appreciate
was authentic. Everything
oh,
was real. Everything that's a lot of stuff was going on now, and I'm not trying to downplay the new people and stuff. Like I just don't like the plays and
right,
the fake shit. A lot of this shit would be fake.
right,
So I
right,
like the real shit, authentic. So
right.
yeah.
And it's like I said, to do what you guys did, number one, there has to be a certain level of talent, present, right? There has to be a lot of awareness, and you have to be so super thick skinned because they gonna talk about everything. They calling Wiley, they called your mama, you know what I'm saying, and put
They
it on.
did. They called my mom. I remember VS. It was a rumor that they put out about me and my grandmother. And
Oh,
VS.
that
This is
was.
VS. Let me tell you how real VS is. I
Mhm.
gave her the number to my uncle. I said, "Can you call my uncle, the pastor of the church?" She called. He said, "These rumors are not true, but I'm gonna rebuke you for even calling me with this mess. And my mother have not been our word." And VS had the recording and everything like that. That's why I still have a realness with VS because she
Mhm.
didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
And then when she did the IHOP game, she deleted all the videos, but VS still got that video where she called my uncle. And I had edited her out because she was like, "Wiley, please edit me out." Because she said her full government name. She said, "Please edit me out. I don't want people to know because I feel so bad calling him." And he rebuked me. He reminded me of my father because my uncle had rebuked it. He said, "I'm going to pray for you for even bringing this mess to me. And I'm gonna pray whatever happens to them is gonna happen to you because you calling me with this mess." And no, my mother have not been our word. Because my grandma, that's her oldest son, the bishop of the church. And VS called him because I gave her the number. Because they was putting out that room, and then I had to bring my mom on the show. And I was crying on the show. And my mom told me, she said, "Wiley," she said, "Marquise, if you in this business, you gotta learn how to get out of people. They're gonna lie on you, and if you can't handle that, you need to get out of this business because the lies gonna keep coming. The lies gonna keep coming. The lies gonna keep coming. Because you can't control public opinion about what they could say all type of lies about you. You just can't control it. You can't sue your way out of it. You can sue one person and the next person say the same thing about you. So
That's
yeah, that's why, and that made me after that. Once I survived that, I have thick skin. But for Rico, Mm. He went over there to Storm Monroe's show and decided to repeat that same rumor, knowing it's not true. And he just
no,
lost
no,
his
no, 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 Waddy. No, the fuck I did
lost
not.
his
I
grandmother.
said that was no, you're not gonna put words in my mouth. See, this is the type of shit I don't like. I don't like for people to twist my motherfucking words and interpret it to what I did not say. I said that was a rumor, what I heard. I don't
And
know
then
if it's true or
and
not.
then he
So
went over there
when I
and then
went
he was
on his
talking and
platform, I said exactly that. So don't
And
say
then
that
I'm
I
like,
said
Rico,
that
why are
happened.
you over there knowing that Storm Monroe want to sleep with me? He's concerned about my meat. I'm like, seeing Rico, and Rico went over
He
there. And that's
asked
I'm like,
me,
Rico,
Storm
really?
Rowe approached me into my DMs to have an interview. And
About
I did.
me. About
Exactly.
me.
Because you a fake bitch. And I
About me. And
said
you did
it.
an interview.
And
So
I meant it.
you
And you
went over
two
there,
faced.
still feel
And
some
you're
type of
two
way.
faced, like just like today. It ain't changed from a Storm Rowe and it ain't changed from DC. Bitch, you
You did
two
a whole
faced.
interview, and
I
and then
said
he
it.
telling him about my meat, and then I was like, I said, Storm, right then and there, if any sister that believes Storm Monroe is straight, something wrong with you, cause ain't no straight man gonna ask about another man's meat, and you went over there, Rico, to talk about me. You did that, and I said, Rico,
Well,
why are
your
you
dick
over there?
is
I
limp.
said,
The
really? I
fuck?
said,
I
okay.
told the truth. It's a nice size, but it's limp and
If
it
you
can't get
and you
hard.
act, he ain't asked nothing about you. It was all about Wiley, and that's why when I come on the show, I'm like a beef sector historian. I can't get away from half of the beef because anytime I come over here, it brings up a lot of memories with Rico. It brings a lot of memories because when he was beating on that cat, when James Carver called on him, Treasure Lane called the cops on him when he was beating on the cat, and he had the cat go to freedom. That cat ran so fast away from Rico because he was beating the cat. And I said, Rico have an anger problem. He he take his anger out on people and on animals. The reason why he not beating on a man is because he ain't got a man, but he's gonna beat on a dog. So just
Yeah, I'm
imagine if
waiting
he
till a
had a
man
boyfriend,
step to my
he gonna beat on the
motherfucking face,
boyfriend.
and
You
then
already
we'll
you
see who gonna be beating on who.
but
So I'm just waiting till a bitch
you
step to
have an
my
anger
face.
problem.
And
The
that's
reason
all I
why
had
you
to
beat
say.
on your dog, the reason why you beat on your dog is because you have an
I
anger
could have
problem.
beat on
Just
your
admit it.
ass in DC gate, so I or
But you
I offered
already
for you
you
to shut
tried
the fuck up.
you
Cause
threw that drink in my face.
you 6 foot, and you was scared of my motherfucking
I don't
skinny
like to
frail
fight.
ass bitch.
I don't like to do
So
all that fighting
again,
stuff,
I
Rico.
put you in check. I put you in check real quick, and a drink in your face. A fist could have been in your face, bitch. So I advise you to shut the fuck up.
My God, y'all are a mess still
See,
to this day.
he's violent, and this is why he's going to be single. Because I know don't nobody want to
What's
be
wrong?
around you. You want to beat up people and fight the cops and stuff, all that type of stuff. Like don't nobody want to do all that type of crazy stuff. Come on now, Rico. Really, that
Rico,
dog is innocent. And then when I see the dog, I just looked at the dog, and he looked so sad, like
now
he
you know
felt
he said he didn't want to
hostage.
keep talking about that because that's his baby. But you know, one of my Rico, did you when you saw Shakim and Lemon wrestling, did you ever did you think back to yourself? Shit, I had the first wrestling match with ZT.
Yeah, and yeah, that was flirting. Just like I called Shakim out. I called Shakim out. I be and say he was gay before he came out the closet at Palmer Park. See, they don't think that Rico be telling the motherfucking truth around this bitch. And Rico have always stated what the fuck he has stated. Then Shakim come out as gay. Oh, I'm gay. I'm this. I'm that. I know what the fuck I be talking about. Lemon is the same motherfucking way. He don't want to come out the motherfucking closet because he using these women and get money out their asses. And if they too dumb and can't realize that, that's their problem. But he's gay too. Both of them.
Well, Shakim has said that he's bisexual, and Lemon maintains that he's heterosexual. But you're saying you believe that they're just straight up gay.
I mean, I can believe that Shakim can be bisexual, but still, I'm
Mhm.
bisexual too.
Oh,
But at the end of the day, if you just deal with dudes, that's just what you deal
Yeah,
with.
because Rico is bisexual. He sent me a video of him having sex with a fat woman. And I'm like, Rico,
really?
why are you sending me that? You see Rico skin and bones having sex with a fat woman. He sent
Really?
it to
When did you send him that?
I've been on him now before we even linked up when
Oh,
we was
wow. I
flirting behind the scenes. I still have the sex video, so people don't think that Rico is bisexual and like pussy. Yes, the fuck I do.
You
and
still be
yeah, he was
getting
just
off on that video, Rico? You be watching it occasionally?
I showed my friend that I was dealing with prior just a few months ago. I showed him the video too.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Mhm.
Molly Maybach has a question for the both of you. Is there a difference between beefing for dollars and running plays? Not saying it's the same, but I want to hear y'all's thoughts.
it's the beef with dollars. I got that from Jay Wilson. It's the same. It's no different.
Okay.
Because it's, when you got a good beef, the people gonna be entertained. That's the essence of the beef sector. It's the beef sector, and that's what I miss about the old school beef sector. they will donate more the more entertaining it is. And it was real, it wasn't fake. We didn't have to create no storyline. It was just real and I was authentic. And one thing I love about VS, we would sit on the phone and we would strategize on stuff. I used to have my website and post
Mhm.
stuff about different bloggers on my website, and they would get mad about that. I remember I said Jay Don was the wicked lesbian on
Mm,
my website.
that's
So
still true. What year did you say that?
that was years ago. That was
Uh-huh.
before DC. That was like years ago. I was just on her live.
Mhm.
I was on her live years ago, and she
Mhm.
said something down there like, and I said the wicked lesbian J Don or something like that. And then she said, "Do y'all see what Wiley posts about me and all that?" She's a sweet woman, and her voice. But I used to talk about her a lot. So when people say J Don ain't no OG, I'm like, yes, she is. She was in the trenches
Yeah,
and all type of stuff.
yeah, she was in
Yes,
the
J
trenches.
Don's
Yeah,
OG. Yeah.
she was in the trenches. All right, gentlemen, man, y'all have made my day, and I hope, hopefully, all the people that are watching, we got a lot more people than just the beef sector here, so it was good for them to, hear from you guys, so I appreciate both of you guys. Yeah, that Larry and Vonnie Vaughn story was epic for me. Somebody put that in the audience. Um, well, okay. Well, you guys can, y'all can go back to the audience, and if you have something else to say or somebody say something about y'all, um, you know, 'cause
Yes.
I'm missing a lot of stuff, Sipping. What do you mean? Am I missing stuff in the audience, you think? Because I'm not missing anything, but as it relates to these two, we're missing a lot of stuff. We would be up here for 10 hours if we went through this.
Yeah.
We would be up here for 2 days talking to these two, honey, because it's a lot. It's a lot. But
But I
all
would
right.
like you for allowing me on and stuff like that, and allowing me to tell my perspective on other B sector.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Rico. I appreciate you, honey. And thank you
Always.
so much, Wiley, for coming up and keeping to your word. I super appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. And you know what? Because I just said talk about when 5A went to my family church. When
He
she
did
went,
talk about, let me say this correctly. You did talk about that earlier.
yes,
That was
because she
a
dropped
moment.
her daughter off somewhere and she was live streaming it all. She
Yeah.
was literally live streaming it all. That was classic
Beef
beef
sector.
sector, and it was entertainment because she said, and she called my church. She was on her live because I put her on an article because she had showed her panties. She had a stain on her panties, so I put a headline 5A in her dirty panties. It was a headline on the website. She said, "You got 2 days to take it down. If you don't, I'm going to your family church." So she called the church and say, "Do you know your nephew is doing Marquita the Cross-Eyed Diva and all that type of stuff? He wear wigs and stuff like that. Like they don't care. Like, but I felt bad. Do you know after that?" My uncle had to install cameras, security cameras, because
I
people were
remember you
showing up to
saying
the
that.
church. So to this day, this is like security cameras and stuff because of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that was epic. I mean, to see her coming up there, her and Tracy D coming up there, I had never seen anything like that before. And I was like, wow, that this is crazy.
Yeah, they would get they like somebody said like Jay Wilson lost jobs because they call and reported his
Oh,
job. That was that he got lost a couple of jobs because of the
lost a
B
couple
sector.
of jobs. Yeah. I mean, it's so much. Just I'm like, it's so much. But Fi calls the police on James Caldwell because he got 1,000 in the chat, and it was something that she called. It was a mess. Like it was just. That's why I say I don't think that the subscribers really understand the depth of what you guys went through and how that would weigh on a person's spirit, and why people the for me personally, this is the real reason why people step back. But the subscribers are like, give me more, give me more. You can come live, you can do this. I mean, they just kick my back in for 36 hours over some bullshit. So
But when it pertains to your real life and shit, then that's when it becomes different. You see things different because yes, entertainment for most, but when it interjects into your real life and shit that can get you in jail and shit like that, I don't play with that.
that's true. And don't ask me, Ish. Yeah, I saw it through Wiley's lens. I literally saw that through Wiley's lens. I know what the church looks like. Like no, I saw that just because maybe you didn't know me. But I saw all of that. Like that was the beginning. Like I was like, what the hell is going on? So that's what I'm saying. That's why Trinacious clicked the link. And for those of you who might say we're missing stuff, or maybe you weren't here, maybe we're not missing stuff, maybe you guys just weren't here. But we tried to cover as much as we could in as little time as we have. But that's why Trinacious clicked the link. The subscriber who suggested this is because you guys, there's thousands of people in the clouds. So for you guys to think to that you know everybody who was here and what their story is on how they got here, it's impossible because some of them you've never heard their voice, you've never seen them hit a link, excuse me, or in the chat even. Trinacious has never even dropped down, you know. So it just
You
is what it is, you know.
Because like when people say, "I know Wiley, I know you," what I don't remember because y'all was watching the bushes.
Right.
Unless you would call in, unless you would be in my DMs and we would call and talk like that. Because it's a lot of people. When I did my meet and greet in Virginia, Vegas the year
Vegas.
before last, we had Deidre to show up, and she's in the B sector. We had a whole. I didn't even know she was showing up. Couture Bay invited her, and we was
Mm.
having a whole B sector history. We was going back to all the old
Oh,
B
you
sector
know,
stuff.
Dee knows her history now.
Yes, and we was having to go. She said, "Wiley, I'm your child. I come from Wiley and stuff like that." And yeah,
Oh,
so that's true because a lot, like even Ness,
yeah.
she was my moderator.
Mm-hmm.
So it's history. That's why I would never be erased. Like when King Romanu said, "Are you back?" I say, anytime I show up on the B sector, I'm back. When you see me, I'm back.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I love talking about celebrity gossip. Even when I was in the B sector, I still talked about politics. We talked about family stuff, mainly about my family stuff in the B sector.
Definitely.
So
Definitely.
y'all know all of my history.
Your family history, your job,
my
just
my
everything. You know what I mean?
job history, and so it was fun. I guess people now they don't have the courage to do that because
Mm-mm.
they have good jobs. Some of these people got government jobs. For those that
Yeah.
didn't lose it by Trump, some of these people don't afraid of having CPS calls to their house and all of that. But yeah, you really if you want to make it in the beach sector back in the even today, you have to have thick skin because if you ain't got thick skin, you ain't gonna make it.
You're not, no, you're not gonna, no, you definitely not gonna make it at any capacity. I remember last night you saying that you don't remember Uppity.
I don't remember because she probably was a subscriber in the bushes. She
Uh-huh.
wasn't a subscriber calling in like she doing now.
Right.
And if she was, correct me if I'm wrong because it's been I've done a lot of shows,
Right.
but just seeing her, I like her,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel bad because they talk about her a lot about her children. They say different stuff, but this is the thing I have to say about that is that when you bring your children on the internet back in the old school beef sector, we'll talk about you. Because when Phi Babe said, I ain't got money to send for my child's school, they didn't feed her because I didn't bring the money for the child. And then them people donated $1,000, and then she up there taking her baby to Disney World. I thought it was for the baby school lunch. So that was old school beef sector. So if you bring it on the
Messy,
internet, it's
messy, messy,
hard for
messy.
Messy,
us not to
messy
talk about
Marvin.
it.
Messy Marvin looking ass. You know she girl, anyway, I don't have to correct it. I was here then too. That was just one of those good parent, moments where you're like, oh shit.
Wiley is just messy.
Yeah, you know he is. You know he
But
is.
this is the B sector. This is it's about the mess. The B sector is a very messy place. We had
Yes,
our good moments. We like I remember me and Rico and we was outside. We was smoking. We was outside in DC. You remember that? We had good moments. It wasn't bad all the time. And towards the end, it was bad when he threw the drink on my face. But it was a vibe, and it
mhm.
was only about a handful of us. And they still talk about DC Gate to this day. It
Yeah.
used to be Vegas Gate with Sean Bradley, but then when DCK came, Sean Bradley called it Dookie Gate. So I remember that.
Yeah, because you shitted on my dick, and that's still
Ah,
standing.
See, here you go.
no,
See, here you
no.
go. Here
My
he
my
go.
southern heterosexual ears can't
Oh,
take
here
it.
he go. He and I let Rico have that even in when we did the talent show over on Lemon Channel. I was like, let me do this to pick up Rico's spirit about me shitting on his dick and stuff like that. I'm just making fun because I let him have it. Because if he feel that's gonna make him feel better that I boo booed on his dick, let him have it. Because in the gay community, if they ain't calling you cook, they say you dookied on my peen. And so it's just part of the gay culture. It's like if you straight, you'll be like, oh my god, it's nasty. But in the gay culture, that's what they say. they say that a lot in the gay culture, so it didn't bother me.
No,
But
bitch, it
Rico,
was the truth, bitch. It's the truth against the myth.
if it was the truth, there, Rico, it was the truth. But would it stop us from having sex the next time? No. Like, come on. If it did happen, like you say, if it did happen, like you say,
How many times did you guys have sex?
oh, it had to be like what, 2 times?
Okay.
Yeah, it was twice.
It was
And the
twice.
second time was when Chocolate Bay was in the bed with us, and Chocolate Bay felt some type of way.
While y'all
Yeah,
were having sex?
yeah, I was riding Wiley, and
Oh,
Chocolate Bay was on the side of me,
okay.
um, and shit like that. And Chocolate Bay felt some type of way because he wanted me to kick Wiley out the house, just like Jay Wilson had went live to
Talk
jump
about
down.
it.
Wiley was supposed to get the fuck out that Airbnb. I let his bitch ass back in.
Yeah, they was all telling like, and see,
And so,
this why
yeah,
I
so
don't
that's why I
fool with
said
Jay
Chocolate
Wilson.
Bay ain't motherfucking innocent.
I don't fool with Jay Wilson because they was encouraging Rico, but this what Rico didn't understand. I already had a room at the hotel with VS. VS was like, "We'll stay out here. If he kick you
Yeah,
out, you can."
y'all was walking through the casino and all that. By that time,
Well,
you
you should have took your bitch ass there. Why the fuck you come back to my
But
shit?
the lesbians over there, they didn't like me
they
because
wasn't feeling him.
they weren't feeling me. Mm.
And Chocolate Bay did not want to be on camera, and y'all was not having that shit. Y'all was
No, no. It's like you ain't nowhere in the world when he said he was Jay Wilson moderator. I said I'm going live quick fast. I said I'm live with Jay Wilson moderator. I am not gonna sit on that tee because Jay Wilson had been dragging me, calling us homeless, saying no car. It was Jay Wilson. I'll never forget it when Rico when I first came to DC, baby, no car.
y'all was on that.
Buses,
Y'all was on that.
trains, baby, they ain't got no Uber, baby, because we didn't have the money like that. So,
Uh-huh.
but Rico was so sweet. He gave me a teddy bear and stuff like that.
He
He
was
was
sweet.
really, really clean. Like
He really
Rico,
And I
tried.
gave you some tissue for your runny ass
yeah, he
nose.
gave me some tissue already knows. He
His
was really,
nose
really
was
sweet.
always
Rico
running when
rubbed
we
my
go.
feet and all that. And then as soon as did that live, we had multiple lives going on. And then with Rico, he crying on Tracy like, oh no, Rico, don't cry. He up there crying and all that type of shit. Cause he doing an interview because he was mad because Chocolate Bay got his car towed. He can't go and beat up VS. I'm like, child, but he let me come back because I knew he was gonna let me come because Rico still love me. He still love me to this day. I still like him. I'm just not. I don't think we'll be compatible as a couple because he like to beat on men. He's an abuser.
I know, but I know, yeah. Somebody said
Moving on.
when VS was in the pool, was it a pool or a hot tub that
It
y'all
was a
were?
hot tub.
And you were rubbing her feet. You remember that? Of
Yeah,
course,
I remember that.
of
I
course.
remember that, and I was so attracted to VS because VS is beautiful, and I
Mhm.
like and another thing I like about VS, she got that masculine energy. It's a very her personality. You just when you meet VS, you meet somebody special. And QI was mad. She was in a corner mad. She was pressed. She was holding the phone. She was
So
so
you
mad
think
at me.
so you think QI mad at you to begin with, or you think QI was mad at you after the
No,
interview?
day one,
Okay.
she would always tell VS, "Oh, look at Wiley. Why you around Wiley?" They were jealous. A lot of QI was leading. She was so jealous of me and VS relationship. The same thing with Chopper. He couldn't. He was jealous of me and VS relationship. But what they didn't understand, I have my own brand. So sometimes I drag VS, sometimes I troll. I'm the new leader of TSCC, and VS will call me Wally. Why are you saying that? I got all these people because I'm a troll. This is how the art. This is how I don't know no other way how to do it but to entertain, but to be me.
Yeah. You were that's how you were, child. You was a hot mess and you was gonna antagonize the fuck out of somebody and then come right back the next day like, hey y'all, and you were a part of the sector and so it flowed. You know, there's people that there's I could name people that do what you guys that try to do what you guys do, right? But it's not quite the same. You know what I'm saying? Um,
QI, wasn't trying to cause division with the TSCC members. No, I wasn't trying to cause division with that. I'm just having fun with the whole thing. Y'all was insecure because y'all were lesbian and the real man came up. I didn't have to use no dildo. I have a real peen. You don't want to have to go to the store and it was used. See, you want to sit here, you want to trash me, but it was BS that said you bought a used dildo, you had on period panties, and you want to get mad at Wiley. You can't get mad at me. Your girl put your business out there. Get mad at VS. Don't get mad at me.
my God.
So you go get, and then VS put it out there that you was using your grandmother money, using her car, and all type of stuff. But you want to get mad, but you blaming me. You don't give VS the smoke. Give VS the smoke. I remember when QI, she they helped her get 1,000 people. I think 1,000 people. 5A helped her with her channel, and she's talking about she gonna tell me, me and Deshaun, we gonna do a pro black channel and all that. I said, you ain't gonna be successful like that in the B sector, because the B sector want to see beef. Because it was QI, it was Chocolate Bay, myself, and VS. We at the table eating, and QI was mad. Oh, don't worry about that, Chocolate Bay. We'll do something. We'll do our own video. And VS told Chocolate Bay, don't
QI
trust
is still
Wiley.
like that to this day, thinking that she's going to be able to do other commentary in the beef sector other
It's
than it
it's
doesn't
not
work.
gonna work.
It
It's
doesn't
got to
work.
be B sector. So I can do a video right now just talking about B sector. Just do a video,
Yeah.
put the people names inside. They will flood. I will see new people in the chat,
Oh,
all this type of Nicole Reloaded and stuff like that, because I know how to talk to the B sector. But
yeah,
once I start talking about politics, they'll drift off. Or talk
that's
about
right.
celebrity gossip, they'll drift off, because it's a lot of people that talk about celebrity gossip. The B sector is a special sector
Very special.
because you don't have to worry about talking about the B sector stuff. I
Yeah.
mean, celebrity gossip stuff.
Because you don't you it's so contained, and it's nothing like anything else, you know what I mean? And so it cannot be like replicated. It is what it is, and what you guys did, it was special, you know what I'm saying, with all the trauma, with all the backbiting, with all the, crab in a barrel mentality, but with all the laughs and all the memories. Like, it's very, very special, and you cannot replicate that, you know what I mean? And QI said that she never been fisted, but that's what VS said, QI. So we don't know. I mean, it is what it is. All right, y'all. I'm gonna move on again. All right, I'm about to move on. Thank you so much, Kylie. All right, thanks so much, Rico.
All
Again,
right. All
smooches.
right. Thank you. Much love.
Bye bye. Much
Peace.
love, honey. Kisses. Well, wasn't that a blast from the motherfucking past, Rico and the Wiley Show? Child, the memories I have of those two and their shenanigans. Let's give them a round of applause and reset. All right, y'all. Thank you so much, everybody here. If you haven't, please like the like button for me. I appreciate y'all. The membership link is pinned. I do. Thank you, CT. I do come live on my members only, just because, like I said, it's not a lot for me to talk about, but there are some things that the members want to talk about, or they haven't heard what the happenings are, and me and my secret back chat. You know what I'm saying? We can kind of update them. Yeah, that's that on that. So it is pinned if anybody wants to join the membership live. QI says, I have always said those were lies. You did say that. Absolutely. Thanks so much, Sour Patch. So if I had people up here to talk about Vegas Gate, I would, but I am not skilled enough to talk about Vegas Gate. I watched everything on Vegas Gate in hindsight, right? So that's the reason. Oh, Lady Nika did tell me that she was going to drop down, but I haven't seen her drop down. But if I had a Lady Nika or whatever, I don't know. She may not want to talk about Vegas Gate, so I'm not saying that I would talk about Vegas Gate with her. It's about what these people want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much, Rico Smooches. Y'all show Rico and Wally some love. Um, but whatever Lady Nika would want to talk about, right? And then somebody put two names in here. I did not want to interject with those two characters, but I forgot daughter here and Mama Sipping. I did not reach out to them. I told you I was going to be honest. If y'all had put some names in here that I didn't reach out to, I didn't. Somebody put S Hutch. I did reach out to her, and then everybody kept saying all the three of the Aprils. I reached out to two of the three Aprils. The other one, I could not find their channel, so I can't remember who it was. You know what I'm saying? QI is not able to. Thank you so much, Beverly. QI is not able to come up. She's getting ready for her birthday. Totally understandable. I think we can. I mean, that's all. I mean, this is. Listen, if other people would have showed up, thank you so much, Wally. Then we would have had like we literally would have just went through memory lane. For those of us, some stuff I would know about and some stuff I'm not going to know about if they would have went back, earlier than Larry Nelson and Bonnie Vaughn, but I've always enjoyed it. As far as where the beef sector is, y'all, everything is ever changing, ever flowing. I will stand 10 toes down and say I had no idea, but you're welcome, Joy Barnes. But the Joy Barnes, I had mixed you up with the Joy Queen. Very good to see you, girl. You don't believe it's QI birthday? Well, it probably not. She probably just scared to talk to me. You know how QI is. She's a little scared, but she's a little on the scary side. But but what was I gonna say? But it's because of the avatars that we're in, what situation that we're in now. That was the beginning of the end, in my opinion, right? And then although we did try to acquiesce to old school beef sector uh, old school beef sector rules, we still kind of brought in our own rules, which was, we're not going to show ourselves and we ain't going to tell you our birthday and where we live and all that kind of stuff. We're absolutely not going to, introduce you to our family and all that kind of stuff. So then I reached out to Boss Lady. And so then at that point, now we're changing the trajectory, right? But then these YNs, we're going to call them YNs, not 2.0s. These YNs, okay, and Ness belongs to both groups. Ness is old school, and then she's a YN, right? So Ness, Pizarro, YTC, and Lemon. That, and ODS is a COVID baby, but he's still, he's giving us some stuff right now, but he may go back in the clouds and then come back out. So I don't know where y'all want to put ODS. And he definitely tries his hardest not to be in the shit, but if you're coming live, y'all, if you didn't know, you're gonna be in the shit, okay? But the YNs, they totally changed it for all of us. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, hey, your kids is this, and your mama is this, and you is this, and then the next day they back on each other's panel. I mean, they in love. Lemon is in love. No, beef sector cartoons is new. Well, no, why would I invite beef sector cartoons? The next day they back on the panel, and then who are the YNs? I just mentioned the YNs, AK. Are you a little bit behind? But then they back on each other's panels. They don't care if you porn bomb them. They don't care if you dox them. They don't care. They just, back in the day. And also, I will say about the YNs, one thing the COVID babies appreciated with the OGs is the OGs were living life. The OGs had homes, jobs, family, taking care of their kids. DKL was over there as a whole kept man. Okay, never forget. When we were introduced to Charlie, the dog. We knew who Ken was. You know what I'm saying? They had a full life. James Caldwell, has a home. He's have a loving relationship with his family, his mom. He knows he's cooking, he's sewing, he's doing drag. I mean, just on and on. Jay Wilson, you can say whatever the fuck you want to say, but it's okay. Nikki Baby Smooch's cousin, but Jay Wilson had his shit going on. I mean, everybody had their own stuff going on while they were in the shit, and that was a draw to the COVID babies, because the COVID babies, most of us, had our own stuff. That Flo and Rick pulled up in Atlanta, baby. Don't get me started, okay? Hey, Colesworth, don't get me started, Shimona. But and I think I reached out to Flo Becca, but I think I did. At least I tried to. At least I tried. I reached out to Tim Blaine. I reached out to everybody, y'all. But like I said, like I also understood that they may not understand like what this was going to be. Listen, let's just say this was a fabulous show because of you guys, and most importantly because of Trinacious and Wiley and Rico hit the link. But Jadon, Deanna, Rick, and whoever else was talking real dirty, they fucked it up for the beef sector. And this is what these crabs in a barrel do. They probably changed a lot of people's mind because, I don't want to talk about this boring shit. And they had no idea what I was going to be doing. They just put together their own fucking narrative, and everybody ran with it to the point of asking me dumb shit in my DMs. I'm like, I ain't got time for this dumb shit. Y'all know I get an attitude real motherfucking quick, Okay, you know what? I started to reach out to you about Goddess and Flow, and I said, I don't even know if that's appropriate. I sure did. I started, But anyway, but that's what it was going to be about. You know what? One thing that I am proud about is they can say a lot of stuff about Sassy, but honey, Sassy brings the girls to the yard, and baby Sassy will get the streets a buzzing. Okay, so fuck all the dumb shit. You know, they will get the streets a buzzing. I think I reached out to Rob too, and then it was one lady that I couldn't remember, and she used to garden and she was in TSCC. I don't even know if she was in TSCC, but she got into it with TSCC and then she totally retreated. If somebody maybe to tell me her name. But anyway, well, if any OG is out there and you're watching this, Sassy, did you reach? I did not reach out to Mona. I did not. That's another name. I did not reach out to Mona. Um, But if anybody, I don't know Simone. I don't know unless you're talking about Mona Simone, but I don't know Simone. But if any of the OGs, obviously you guys have your own, page. But if any of you guys want me to kick up a live and go down memory lane with you, I'd be more than happy to. It probably won't be overly televised. I'll just do it, and they'll come. Okay, they will come. So I really don't have. I got the hiccups now. Lord, let me drink some water. Hold on, y'all. What you saying? Who to, Dacia? Yeah, so that's Sister T. Sister T ain't beef sector. Why would I reach out to Sister T? He said he was coming, but that's how I mean, you can't run your show based on who say they're gonna come in because who says they're going to come through, right? You got to have your own thing going. So, it is what it is. It's okay. No sipping. I did not reach out to Cardi B. I did not. I cannot remember if I reached out to Seven or not. Damn, I cannot remember. I can't remember if I reached out to Seven. I did not reach out to Miss Gina because Miss Gina has no idea about my name. You know what I'm saying? I tried to reach out to people that would at least know who the Sassy Show was. She has no idea about my name at all. But anyway, y'all, it was somebody y'all said, and it was somebody y'all said Dory's engaged now. I did not reach out to Dory. I don't want to hear Dory. No, was the garden lady. Oh, that's what I'm at. Who was the garden lady? Put the name again. I'm on StreamYard, so and I don't feel like going up. I mean, yeah, I don't feel like going up. Who was the garden lady? That's what I'm thinking about. I kept trying to rack my brain in her name, and I didn't want to ask nobody. But anyway, well, thank y'all so much for coming through. I super appreciate it. Listen, I've been on for 2 hours. Y'all know that's about my limit. Members, I don't know if I'm going to do a live right now or if we will wait until tomorrow. But we'll do a members live and we can catch up on anything and everything. Of course, I reached out to Heidi Sipping. You came late. You missed all of this. Heidi was here and everything, honey. But I'm just gonna go throughout the ridiculous. I know they just naming names, child. Thank y'all so much. I really appreciate y'all. Like I said, listen, that's what I was doing. My closing remarks. The beef sector is gone. Yep, y'all. I can't keep repeating the names. I'm sorry if y'all are in and out. Yes, I reached out to Nicole Tyler too. Yes, and I talked to Nicole Reloaded this morning on her show and welcomed her over here. So I tried to reach out to as many people as I could. Bless Watkins said she was coming through, but I don't see Bless. So, but listen, these people went through a lot. It was full of trauma. Um, I'm sure they have PTSD. They did everything they could. They gave us everything they could. And it's over now, right? We can't really ask them to come back. And I mean, what are they supposed to do? Get redoxed and recall the family, and it's over. So the beef sector, as we knew it from COVID babies to the OGs, it's done and it's okay, right? The YNs are in charge now, and you have to let them do. Thank you so much, Miss Paulette Smooches. You have to let the YNs do what the YNs is gonna do. Either y'all are gonna watch or you're not gonna watch, right? For me, I'm a silent mover, right? So I'm like, I'll act up in Lemon's chat and have a blast and, be old school sassy and roast and gag on everybody. Then I go back up to the clouds. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, Rico. Let them do them. It is what it is because we can't ask for a Rico and a Wally and a Phi and a VS and a DKL. That era is gone. I just wanted to pay homage to that era. I absolutely love that era. That shit was got me through COVID like no other. I mean, hell, I got a whole boyfriend out of the beef sector. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if we're together or not. But the beef sector was everything to me, and I just wanted to share that with y'all. It wasn't going to be negative. It wasn't going to be, nasty. But that's indicative of the beef sector. That's how these people were going to turn it around because that's not only is that not who they are nasty and trifling and lowbrow, and they haven't changed. We see that, right? That's just who they are. But I haven't changed either. VS hasn't changed. Like these, everybody, and I don't want to say haven't changed because some people have grown, but you understand we are still at the core of who we are. So I did not expect that much vitriol, but I definitely expected vitriol because listen, if you wanna play in this arena, them motherfuckers is gonna test your motherfucking gangster. Now that's one thing ain't gonna never change. They gonna test that gangster, but little do they know I am a bougie motherfucking gangster. And I gives two fucks, okay? Now go run tell that. I appreciate shout out to everybody who is going to replay. Appreciate you guys that are in the clouds, and thank you everybody that dropped down. Old heads, DC, Purple Kool Aid, Cole's World, sipping. Delirious Hoes. Are you an old school? Because that name used to be Delirious something else, right? Nikki Baby, Unhinged, Joy Barnes, old school. So definitely old school. I mean, so many Candy Cane, definitely old school. So many old Voodoo, so Diva D, so many old school people, and so many more people that we miss. Robbie on the Rails, Team AJ, Manny, so many people. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, y'all, I could go on and I could do this all day long. No notes, honey, no paper moving over here, because she's just a bad bitch. So I don't know why y'all be mad. But anyway, listen, stop asking them to come back. Nobody should be coming back. A lot of these people are manic. A lot of these people need to take their medication. A lot of these people need to take a break. And this shit, listen, I have thin skin. I wouldn't have never been able to do what they were able to do. And I really appreciate each and every one of them for sure. Rennie, thank you so much. This was a good show. I am happy so many of us turned out. Me too, you guys, because y'all know that would have been the icing on the cake for me not to have a good turnout. So for that, you guys have made my day. I appreciate the cash apps that I got. Thank you so much, mods. Y'all were excellent. This chat was just awesome. Stacey, I don't think I said, hey, I wish you would have explained what you was doing. No, I can't do it, Stacey. I can't do it. Let the hoes run amok, bitch. I'm not calling you a bitch, but you know what I'm saying? Fuck them. Fuck them dirty, nasty bitches. I wanted to see what the fuck they was gonna do so I could show the fuck up and show out and do what the fuck I was gonna do. I don't give no bitches no heads up. I didn't say that shit. So you wanted me to come live and spend all my day yesterday retaliating against their lives. I think the fuck not. Hey, Madam of the Mass Smooches. I think the fuck not. Now my skin ain't as thick as an OG, but I ain't got no motherfucking thin skin either. And you hoes, you played yourself. You nasty, dirty, stinking hoes played yourself. And I do want to shout out to everybody who declined to me gracefully. JC, hugs and smooches to you. Anybody else that declined gracefully, I totally understand. I get it. I get it. Okay. Much love. The way that you gave the message is the way that I received the message. So I appreciate you guys for declining graciously. Okay. All right. Smooches, y'all. All right. Please write why subs can't come. Oh, does any subs want to come up? Do any subscribers want to come up? Sorry. Thank you so much, Sipping. That was a good call out. Do any subs want to come up? I will drop a link. You don't even have to say. But Sipping, you like to go way back, Sipping. Now, you missed a lot of the show. Now, girl, I ain't trying to go way, way back and all that because I don't have the people here. So my idea was going to be, if I'm going to be talking about that stuff, the people need to be there. But Sipping wants to come up, y'all. So we're going to let her come up. But I'm going to read the chat. They had the whole temper tantrum over a damn lie for no reason. Child, a whole motherfucking temper tantrum. Hey Rex. I mean, they just so mean and surly, child. I'd be like, that's right, fuck them. I'd be like, look at these motherfuckers, thassy, 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 for no goddamn reason, child. I'm like, child, yeah. Oh, it was fun. Oh my gosh, does anybody ever find out where Carrie Cecil is? And R.I.P. China Doll. Did anybody ever find out where Carrie Cecil was? I don't know. Sipping, baby, we ready. They are. They stupid. They just honoring, And let me tell you this too. They was just so happy to have something to carry his on Bigo. I know you lying vibrant. Wow. Wow. The other part of that is they wanted to just, ragtag me, you know what I'm saying, and beat me the fuck down because they haven't been able to beat anybody down in such a long time. And they get that group of people gets off on beating motherfuckers down. You know what I'm saying? But the other part of it is they also it was twofold. It really what they gonna talk about? Lemon, lemon, lemon. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't got time to be doing all that. So they took this opportunity, sipping.
What's up? Let me up in here.
My gosh, what's going on? What do you want
Hi.
to say?
Well, I missed a lot. I came an hour later. I was outside. Um, but what was I gonna say? Please said that too. They wanted subs to like be able to come up and talk about. I guess
Oh,
like
thank you.
reminisce a little. Huh?
Okay, thank you. I said thank you too, please.
Yeah, please said it too. I don't want to go way, way back, but I don't know. It's like I know some new people in the chat, like some new subs or new people who only been over here a year or so and stuff. So I think what you did was cool, so that they can get some history and like know. And I'm
Girl, can
hmm?
you imagine? We would have been up here 10 hours if everybody would have shown up.
Oh
Cause
yeah, definitely.
I
It's a
mean,
lot.
it's like when you even just start barely touching you be like, oh my God, it's so much. So they
It,
have no idea. That's why we immediately like got hooked to this shit because we was like, wait, what?
I was telling Shakim in the chat, like it was like Bigo over here back in the day. Like before Bigo was like that
Absolutely.
and was
And keep
around,
talking. I gotta
it
go
was like
potty.
here. Hmm?
Uh-huh. I said, keep talking. I gotta go potty.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It was like Bigo over here, y'all. Like it was crazy like that. Bump your jobs. Yeah, people play with your jobs. They will call your family. They'll contact your family, interview your family, pull up at churches. It was that wild. And I don't think it was always like that before that was the case. You know, the OGs used to be on Blog Talk Radio and Blab. That's where it all started from. I don't know if they share that. That's where Lady Nika, Sean Bradley, James Caldwell, they were all over there before, we could hit live on YouTube. And so a lot of the B sector stuff was uploads. There was no live buttons. But baby, when we start going live over here, and everybody used to pile up in Sean Bradley's chat, and he would do the call-ins, that was a time right there, okay? And anything else? I'm sorry, I'm not even looking in the chat. I sound like Lil Mama. She has a nice
Yeah,
voice.
y'all have the same cadence.
Oh, do we really?
Mm-hmm. All
Nice.
my bitches talk nice, girl.
Okay.
Okay.
Period.
Good. Yeah. So tell us before we let you go. Oh
Okay.
gosh, peace, love, and custard. Oh my gosh.
Oh, girl.
Um, tell us, how did you get to the beef sector, and what was your best memory, and then what was your most pivotal memory? Because you have a thing where you will be in the sector, then you'll go absent, then you'll come back. So tell us a little bit about that before we head out.
Oh, okay. Wow, I get questions. Cool. Um, I was saying earlier, and I'll say this:
Hold on.
everyone here is having origin surgery.
Hold on. I'm so sorry. Hold on real quick. Let me
I said
address
surgery.
Shakam wants to be shady, child, and he's a member. Sour Patch is in here being fake. She shared Rick's live dragging you in her Discord. Thank you for the You nigga, who is in that Discord? Sour Patch, you ain't cleaned out the people in your Discord yet. Anyway, listen, Sour Patch likes Sassy, but Sour Patch and Rick are friends, I think, like in real life.
They
Like they're
are.
super cool. So
And
come
that's
on.
my boo. Both of them. I
So
like Regan. I love Sour Patch.
okay, so come on, Shakim. Quit it, Shakim. Okay, go ahead.
And see, that's the thing. I will tell y'all this is an OG subby, just to put this out here. One thing we mess up as OG subbies back in the day that you don't see us doing now, we do not pick sides with content creators. When you all sit here and say, don't go over there and y'all support this person, yada, yada, yada. Yes, because we're grown as the fuck and we do what we want to do. You don't tell us what to do. If you need us to hit your link for a click and a view for you to get paid, you don't tell us as adults what to do and where to go. You stay in your place. Because I've noticed that has been a thing around here for a few years and I don't know why, but back in the day we messed up picking sides, and what that would do is get you blocked out of people's chats. Trust me. Okay, I had got kicked out of TSC chats plenty of times. Okay, go ahead and block Sip and Socialite is what VS would say. Okay, and and I would just be laughing because it's funny to me. Okay, I didn't care because she would have TSC only chats. Y'all don't know stuff like that. When nobody could be in chats, you could watch, but you could not talk. And they would do that. This is for members only. And if they didn't know you, you weren't part of their clique, you got blocked. Now, the subscribers, we try to do our best to support everyone and that we think we like or that's popping. And we go everywhere that we want to go. And that's what it's going to be because it moves off the subscribers. And we don't mind giving you all click and views. You just can't tell us what to do. Especially not me. Because
Oh
ain't
my
none of y'all my daddy.
gosh, this is
But
a blast from the past. Hold on, I gotta put up a banner.
Mona was mad because she got blocked.
I'm so sorry. This banner stuff is all switched around. Hard
Somebody
Candy.
Hey, love.
Hey, Miss Karen, what's going on?
I just want to let you know that I'm here supporting you.
Thank you so much. You know, I big hugs to you. I hope all is well with you and yours.
It's there. I'm
Oh,
good.
okay.
I'm good.
Smooches. Thank you
But I
so
just wanted to let you know that I just came up to show you some support. Love you.
love you too, honey. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye.
Bye bye.
That's sweet.
Y'all don't know Hard Candy, honey. She'll let you have it, honey. Hard Candy is old school Babe Nation, and I met her at Avatar Nation. Y'all,
Yeah.
it's so many people. So many
Mm-hmm.
people that y'all don't know, man. It's a trip, ain't it, girl?
It is. It's simply silver. That's correct. And subs can donate to whoever they want. If you're not clocking in or paying my bills, don't tell me where to put my money. That's so weird to me. That is the weirdest thing. Pocket watching, you do not get blessed in that. You actually subtract your own blessings when you do that. But let me answer these questions so this girl can go. Um, so how did I get here? So a lot of people don't understand this sector started off with show reviews and celebrity gossip. You have the Alexander Rogers, the James Caldwells, the Sean Bradley, Lady Mika. That is how this sector started. Funky Dineva, everyone used to be over here. That's how we found them. I started following Funky Dineva, and then everyone popped
Look
up.
who it
T.S.
is,
Madison,
girl. Look who it is.
Doma
Oh
Queen.
my gosh. Oh my goodness. Dova. Smooches, bitch. Go ahead.
That's true too. If you didn't have a real picture up, you got blocked too. So with certain CCs. But yeah, so that's how I came over here and I just started following everyone, especially with the T.S. Madison Kaya thing. That brought a lot of people out into the sector and their fallout, Sean Bradley, James Caldwell, they were all keeping up with it. I didn't know who T.S. Madison was until I started following Sean Bradley. He's the one that put me onto who she was. And so we all started following that saga, and then they hit live, and next thing you know, it was up from there. Even Jacob Kahadnor before she was Jessica. And y'all have no idea the beefs that used to occur over here. Everyone used to be over here. Armand Wiggins. Who else? I did say Jacob. Jacob and Armand got their own beefs till this day. Justin J. Who else? Do you remember Sassy? Justin J. Lockhead Boss Lady. I still follow her. She does Ready to Love show reviews. If you're into that show, that's what she does now. And she be outside with them now. Like she really be interviewing and be outside with the people. So a lot of people think you have to stay here and still beef. No, you can move on and do other content. you may not have the beast at the crowd, but some people, if they still rock with you, they will. Like I still rock with Nay Rob. I still watch all these people because I love their vibe and they were just good energy. So I give them a click and view.
Yeah.
But what was the other question? So how I got here? That's how
Um,
I got here. What was my other one?
and then the other question is, what's like if you know, there's so many, but what is your most memorable beef sector moment?
Whew, my most I got so many. Let me see. One of my most I would say the Cardi B moment. I feel like that was a moment
Mm-hmm.
because I don't think we ever had a big celebrity come back over here. And a lot of people probably like, how did Cardi B get over here? Through
Right.
Mona Simone and Tasha K beefing. When
Yep.
Tasha K used to come over here and stay on the lives. I would tell you as a B sector subscriber, if you put Tasha K in that title, she will show up. Just to let y'all know, FYI.
Well, at
But
least back in the day. Yeah.
back in the day. Well, no, they said she still do that in the
I
T
haven't.
sector.
I haven't.
So I
Oh,
don't know how true, but she still pull up on them. I don't know if she'll pull up over here anymore, but she used to. So Tasha K, the Mona Simone, the Sweet Ma. I don't know if y'all remember her. The Sweet Ma, the Cardi. That was a huge time too. That was a moment too because that's how all that lawsuit stuff
mm-hmm.
started. And Cardi B came because Cardi B. Y'all don't know this, and this is some tea, but I learned this behind the scenes. Cardi B was recruiting people YouTube off YouTube to try to go at Tasha K. So she hooked up with a lot of subscribers and subs behind the CCs behind the scenes. So that's why some of them were coming at her and beefing with her, and they were doing it for the free. I know because I had a conversation with one, but. So yeah, she came down here, did an interview with Mona Simone. The interview was very basic, y'all. She was asking her questions like, "What's your favorite color?" Stuff like that. It was real corny, but it happened. But it happened to spite Tasha K because Tasha K originally wanted an interview with Cardi B, and that's how their beef started because she curved her over the Star Marie stuff.
Right.
That was a time too. But anywho, that was pivotal. And most of my other question, me being in and out, was that it?
Yeah, like I guess like was there something that you said, "Oh no, they've gone too far. Let me go ahead and leave."
Hmm?
I'm sorry. Are you asking me to repeat it?
I was asking for the question. I was reading the chat too. Sorry. Yeah, jaded nerd, Mona Simone, that damn wheelchair.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
That one.
asked, I said, is there a moment that was pivotal where you said, I got to get out of here. This is too dark, or this is
Um, I'm in and out. Life changes. Life happens. Whenever like something serious going on, I'm a person. I always put me first. I'm very very into myself. I love myself, so I will back away from anything and anyone if I don't need it at the time, and just go do my thing and handle stuff. A lot of people know at one point, I had a real life situation, and I backed up for a while. I feel like that's pivotal for your mental health around here. You need to take breaks. This negative energy will drag you down.
absolutely. But there was nothing, because that's true. Life is life, and you have to unplug. But there was nothing.
Mhm.
There was never a time that the beef sector got a little too dark, or this I ain't rocking with this shit, and you had
There's
to step
there's
up.
stuff that happens that I'm like, ugh, I ain't rocking with that. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I've been here for 10 years. I don't let this sector dictate my personality or my moral compass. I am my own person. I'm a very healed person in real life. So I don't allow those type of influences. So when these people talk about kids and parents and all that weird ass stuff, like I don't be with that. I'm
Mhm.
never with that stuff. I don't applaud it. I think it's strange. Because you don't want anyone to do that to you. You could beef with somebody if you're really a truly intelligent person. You could beef with someone without even mentioning any of that because you're to attack the person, right? But everyone has their ways. There's really no rules. Do you? That's what you on. But that's not just what I'm on. But sometimes, like, I just back up. But it's not like I've seen some real dark stuff here. I don't know how dark it can get. Like, there's a real dark situation. I'm just not gonna bring it up because it was very trauma for that person, and I'm
Yeah,
just not gonna bring that up.
yeah, no,
And
and
you
that's
probably know what I'm talking about. I feel like
oh,
that was pivotal
well,
too.
if it was, yeah. You know what's so funny? I literally said that. I said that, like, and I don't know. Again, I don't know if the OGs thought that I was going to be trying to re-trigger them, because I wasn't. It was going to be
Mhm.
based off of what they were talking about. But there are some things, yeah, that I was like, that shit right there. There's no way that I would bring that up. and I
Yeah.
don't think that that person would bring it up, so it won't be talked about over here because that's just not
Mm-hmm.
my energy. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
fuck to the no. But yeah, so but yeah. But I wasn't here for some of that. I just heard about it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I think that was like early 2018, 17. I'm
Yeah,
trying to remember.
yeah. It
But
was
yeah, that
yeah.
was just very, very dark. And I was around here for that. And whoa. But let me think. And then your other question was how I feel about the 2.0s or the YNs?
I didn't ask that question. If you want to tell me, I don't. I like I said, this was not going to be. Yeah, I didn't ask that question, but if you want to answer it, that's
Oh,
fine.
okay. I knew there was a third if there was a
You
third, but
already
let me just
answered all
answer.
three of them. Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm just gonna say well, I won't say now. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm all about change, y'all. And I'm still kind of young myself. So I think a few weeks ago, y'all, I'm always reminiscing, okay? At one point, we were the youngest in this sector. I was in my late 20s when I found this sector.
Mhm.
So now, like a lot of us, we're knocking on 40. And it's like we're in that middle age that when we watch the Rick Reeds and the VS, like we're in the Sean Bradleys, we're at that age now. And we're seeing YNs come in like they did, right?
Mhm.
Um, I feel like every villain has a story, and a lot of you all, the way you come into the sector, people may complain, but that's your story. Everyone has a villain story around here and how they became who they are. And I wish some of them would came out to tell y'all how they became who they are and why they do what they do and how they move. Because it's there. One person, I think she can't hit the link over here. So that's probably why. But I feel like it has to be things change. It's gonna evolve. Nothing's gonna be the same. I like the new energy. Shakim, I ain't gonna lie, when you first came, I was kind of like, but you are definitely B sector material. I think you're home. I don't think you like I know you were in the Umar sector, but I think you belong more over here. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, he does.
Um and I think also, I mean, it's on their shoulders now. Like it's the Shakims, it's the Lemons, it's the Nest, the Pizarros. It's on them now. It's on their backpack. And I will say this, I don't care. Because we just did a song and Lemon is the franchise player right now. But
Mhm.
you all are also on the team. And I feel like you all need to keep just doing your big one, bringing the content. I wish some of y'all would make more content about yourself because we also learn to love more about you outside of the B stuff, not your family and stuff, but what do y'all like to do? Sometimes, like tapping into who you are is what draws an audience, and that's why sometimes we all do get protected over our OGs because they didn't just beef; we knew them, we knew their character,
Yeah,
and
but
that's why we want to see more of
and
sometimes.
I can appreciate that as you as a subscriber, but that's what I wasn't going to be talking about because
Mm-hmm.
it's gone. They're not going to do it. If they were going to do it, it would have been a natural inclination. Shakim has a little bit of that, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, that's not what they're going to do. So
Well,
it's just
some of them do it. Some of them do it. Some of them do.
who,
I would say like the
who,
Hood Chronicle women does. Even Ness driving in her car, like they do it, but they do it their
who
own way. So those two,
Chronicle.
I feel like, well, those three really, they do it.
Oh, I didn't know. Is Ness coming on live now? I mean, coming on screen.
I think she's back. Yeah, she's been back.
I'm not talking about not live, but Ness is showing her.
Oh, back on screen. I
Yeah,
don't know about that part.
yeah. So
What
I
she
don't
do,
know.
right?
I'm sorry.
Okay, chap.
No, I didn't hear you, honey. What you say?
I said she did though. She just
No,
few months ago she would be in the car
no,
just a few months ago. Wasn't that long? Or maybe the year's just going by too fast,
not a
and I'm
year.
just not
No, that was
remembering.
a year ago. Vegas. What I'm saying, I'm not. I wasn't trying to throw shade. What I'm saying is that if they try to show you a little bit, then they get so much scrutiny. I don't think they really want that. So I don't think I don't. I That's not them. Like they,
But you have to pick and choose what to show. Like Jay Wilson walking downtown right now in Boston, pointing at churches. Like
Mama D,
so,
Mama D.
you
Hello, how are you
don't
all?
have to be. I don't need to know your family now. Hey, Mama D.
How y'all doing?
We're doing well. Thank you so much for joining us. I do have to go in a few minutes. I'm sorry. I do have another I have something to do and I apologize. But what did you want to add, Mama D?
I wanted to add that I was agreeing with Sipping about taking sides can get you in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and
Mm-hmm.
I did I don't want to touch with Sir King, he's not here. But I want to say that some people did turn against me for him, but because of him rather. But I must say that it was an experience.
Mhm.
It was a great experience because after all, he did let us come up and do what we wanted to do. We were able to drink and cuss, start trouble, and
Mhm.
he didn't do anything to stop us from having fun. So
Mhm.
there is a bright side to everything that was supposed to be so bad. People look at me and say, "Oh, no." We had a lot of fun over there. And the good thing about being older is you can sit back and think and look clearly at things that happened in the past.
Yeah, for sure. And the Forget Me Not said this seems like an Avatar Nation roundtable. I guess it would be at this very second, right?
Yeah. Oh boy, he was good to me. I
Yep.
mean, a lot of people became enemies of mine because of him, but I would say to them, just stop it already. It was a fun time, and everything was not bad. I mean, you do what you need to do to make it through. And he was a good guy to me at the time. We were good to each other, no
Mama
matter what.
D, I have a question I always want to ask you. Can I ask you real quick? Sorry to interrupt. I
Sure.
just want to ask. Um, was it like a sugar baby situation between you two? I always kind of wondered it.
No, my son was away in D.C. and Sir King was a little guy I took to, just as I did when I went over by QB. And
Oh, okay. Kind of like Mammy, and you just attached yourself to another young man. Got it.
yeah, it was just a young man that I took as like a YouTube son. It wasn't anything personal.
Mama D, you was paying for his pedicures though. That's kind of personal.
But see, I'm glad you said that. Let me clear that up. When Sir King contacted me, he never mentioned anything about pedicures. He never mentioned anything about massages. On that phone call on that day between he and I, it was strictly about something about a car. Nothing was ever mentioned about anything about massages or pedicures. What the people did, they took it and ran away with that.
Oh,
And I
okay.
never did find out to this day who started that rumor. Yeah, but that's what happened, Sippin. The guy never mentioned to me about anything of the sort.
Oh, okay. That's what made it look like a sugar baby situation. Just to let you
Right,
know.
right, right. Yeah,
So
no, he
I'm
would
like,
tell
wait,
you.
massages, pedicures.
Tracy, I
And,
gotta go.
and think about it. Why would he even admit to telling people that something that's stupid about going and get a pedicure and a manicure or
Because
whatever
y'all
on
know
me?
SK is corny as hell. Just be saying shit, thinking it's gonna hit, and then they dragged his ass for that bullshit.
Well,
Well,
the
it ain't
thing of
tricking
it
if
is,
you got it.
he didn't say that to me though. I think somebody started the rumor and it just carried on.
Hold on, y'all. We got Tracy. Y'all, I gotta get
No,
out of here.
Oh my
I was
God,
gonna say my goodbye
Tracy!
because
Now that
Tracy's
oh
gonna
wait, I want to get my
let her
most
rock.
memorable moment. I got to
Okay,
get my most memorable moment when she
smooches.
comes up.
Okay, Smooch is sipping. Thank you so much for coming up. Tracy
Of course,
Cakes.
darling.
Hey, babes. I'm
Hey,
sorry I just woke up,
that's,
Sassy Cakes.
oh, it's okay, baby.
I know. Hey, you guys. I know.
Okay, so what's your most memorable moment, Mama D?
My most memorable moment. It was three things. Are we allowed three things?
No, ma'am. You just not three things, but just if you have two memorable moments, you can say it. But yeah, we going because we gotta condense it because I'm literally
Okay,
getting about to close
okay, I'm
out.
gonna stand real quick.
Okay,
Can the audience help me out and pick one of the three?
sure.
Okay. Tracy coming home was when the B sector stopped what they were doing and she broke the record coming back home. And I don't need to say from where, but that was a
That's right.
memorable moment for
Yes,
me.
they showed up and showed out,
Oh,
didn't they? And what else?
Yes, she did. The B sector stopped. All three of these things are when the B sector came together.
Okay.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm not gonna call the name, but there was a young lady whose daughter came up missing. The
Oh
B
my
sector, even
God.
the enemies of
Oh,
her
yeah.
stopped.
Oh
Yep.
my gosh.
They stopped what they were doing and they were there to support that lady and that baby that was missing.
That was so
Yeah.
memorable. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Okay, third.
The third one was a mac and cheese challenge where everybody got to Everybody got together, even the enemies, and they were cooking together. That was my 3 most memorable moments. And I want them to pick which one they think is the one that was the top.
For those beef, true beef sector, she didn't name no names. Those were all 3 very memorable, especially those first 2. So you should know exactly who and what she's talking about. Is it 1, 2, or 3 is the most memorable moment in regards to Mama D's most favorite moments. Thank you so much, Mama D, for gracing my panel. It's
Love
always
you
an
guys.
absolute
Have a
pleasure.
good weekend. And
You
I'm
You
going to
too,
be
Mama
I
D.
want to hear what the number 1 pick is, though.
okay? I'm gonna go ahead and drop you down, and then I will announce it in the chat. Okay.
Thank you, sweetie.
Thank you so much, Mama
Bye,
D.
Tracy.
Shout out to Mama D.
Okay, bye, Mama D.
Okay,
Love you.
darling.
That was Mama D, y'all. And then we got the one and only up in this motherfucker, Tracy. Tracy, I got to go, girl. I'm supposed to be ready at 3 o'clock and I'm late. But
Oh, I did not know. I'm sorry.
it's okay. It's okay. I think you was up late with a lot of us, so I get it. You know what I'm saying? But what did you want to add anything? You'll have to replay, girl. Wiley and Rico was up here together, girl. So you know that was a mess.
Oh, Lord. They're crazy. They are so funny.
They are a mess, girl. They are a mess, and they had a really good time. You can come. God damn it, y'all can't, baby. This is not YTC. Come on up here, Pizarro. But I got to go now. Shit. Come on, y'all. Give me y'all 3, y'all, Tracy. So the question to you is your most memorable moment in the beef sector, and the moment that had you almost ready to give up everything and leave.
Okay, my most memorable moment in the beef sector. Let me see. I guess my most memorable moment, hell, was when I went to jail. That was my most memorable moment. I was like,
That,
oh my God.
that was
Yeah.
devastating, girl. And for us
Yeah,
to hear it on live, we was like, what
exactly.
the fuck? No, no.
Yeah, it was disturbing. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
my most memorable. Um,
They
yeah,
mad, y'all. They mad.
I know. I know, right? They mad, y'all.
And
That
you
was my
came
most
back
memorable
you
one.
came back from out of jail talking about we're at McDonald's and this is my friend Barbara and she's
I know, I know. I was ready to go
crazy.
to Riverwalk. I wanted to go everywhere. I was like, let's go. Let's just go. I felt free.
Pizarro.
Yeah,
Okay.
me.
Okay. And do you have any moment in your history? You were such a tough cookie though, right? But do you have any moment that you almost left the beef sector?
Mm.
No, because no, because I'm so. I was like, I refuse to give up, and I never, I actually don't have any moment that I almost left. No,
Wow. Yeah.
You notice I never took a break. I never said, "Oh,
Oh no.
I'm leaving." This and that. Nope.
No, you never did. That's why I was saying to them, like, for them to be thinking that I'm trying to talk in the place of an OG, bitch. I know how to stay in my motherfucking lane. These YNs that don't know what the fuck they doing. I could never, I could never. You know what I'm saying? But I would be remiss, Tracy, and let you go without saying that a lot of people think that you have changed, that you are definitely in your soft girl era,
Mm-hmm.
that you are definitely a lemonette, that the stuff that
Ain't that?
that when lemon
Oh
comes to
my God, Pizarro.
when lemon comes to the borderline of fucking you up, and he'll pull back or send you a cash app, but they think that that would have never been the Tracy of 2019 2020 with the hammers and the Subway sandwiches. What do you say to those people who remember that Tracy and know you as this Tracy also?
I totally agree. I
Mhm.
totally agree. I was grieving, I was miserable, and I was mad. So I was totally different. I was in a totally different space. So yeah, I am totally different now. Absolutely. And I knew right when I was totally different. It happened like almost a year ago. And I was like, yep, you just feel it. I just stopped grieving. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start living life. I'm gonna start doing what I'm doing. And I did.
Yeah. Now
Mhm.
I would have thought that this would have been one of your most memorable moments is the Mona fake suicide.
Why y'all gotta bring it
Oh,
up?
that was horrible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because she was involved in it and she's here. And
She was.
the way that you were involved in it, you know what I'm saying? And it's kind
Yeah.
of like, damn, like we're having a conversation and I'm telling you not to do it, but then you do it. And now I got to come out and say that I know that you was gonna do it because I don't want to
Yeah.
be involved. That was Like
That was
that.
devastating. It
That
was
was
devastating, and I was like, I'm so sick of. I couldn't believe it. I was in shock. That's when I woke up to how sick YouTube really can be. I was
mm.
like, that is really sick
So
right there. You know?
that was probably a very pivotal moment then as well.
Yeah, yeah, it was. Uh-huh.
Okay, Pizarro, what about you? What's your most memorable YouTube moment to date? I know you
Oh,
just
when
said
I
it as a cash. I got it from you.
my memorable moment is when I got into it with you and my mom.
Yes, they
That's
have no
y'all hoes
idea.
wanted
They had no I fucking deal. Let me tell you this. I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Your new boyfriend dropped down in the chat and was like, "Oh,
husband.
your new husband dropped down in the chat and was like, "Oh, she retracted when she tried to say Pizarro name, but really, you know how you be talking up here and
Oh
you trying to
Lord.
say something
Uh-huh.
and say something else." And I wanted to stop in my tracks and say, "Nigga, you have no fucking idea, okay?
Go
you
off. Let me
ain't, me and Pizarro is not afraid to bang in this bitch. You don't know, and that's what
Right.
I be saying about these YNs. Shut the entire fuck up. You have no idea about the real history. Just shut up and watch. But go ahead. I had to interrupt you because girl, that just happened a few days ago. But go ahead.
Yes, it was with you and the mom and day ones, girl, they all turned on me, baby. I remember when you and Demon So got into it, and then my most memorable one was when I called in the Sean Bradley call-in show, and I told him that I was sleeping with my sister, girl.
I was like, what? I
Crying,
was
y'all.
like, this sounds so
If
real.
anybody new in here, child, she called into Sean Bradley's show crying, saying that her twin sister had slept with her husband.
Child.
It was a mess, child. And they didn't
And
know her.
Sean was laughing. They didn't know the other. Sean was laughing because he said I was lying. Child, that shit was funny.
They did not know
Child.
her
I was
as
really.
Pizarro. So it
And
was
my memorable ones was me running tests on Club Chat, and well, they weren't Club Chat at the time. They was the side eye when I was running my tests on them and stuff
on who?
on the side eye.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
Did you ever have a
Sean
moment?
in the side eye.
Yeah, uh-huh. Did you ever have a moment in the beef sector where you said, "Fuck this shit, I'm about to leave. This is ridiculous."
Actually, yes.
When she
Um,
got unappreciative. Remember?
right,
Well,
right.
we've
There you
all
go,
felt that
Tracy.
way. Yeah, we've all felt that way though. But
Yeah,
what
but she
was it? Which time and what happened?
Oh yeah, and don't forget my husband was in the wheelchair. That's another one I had said too.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I as far as leaving, I am going to leave the sector. So yeah, I have thought about it because I'm not gonna be here forever. Y'all know, I'm a conspiracy, so the end of the world gonna be coming soon. I gotta get prepared for these robots and shit. So you
God.
know, yeah, Mhm.
But you haven't had
yeah,
one as of to date. You haven't had one where you really thought to yourself, "I gotta leave." You haven't had that
yeah,
moment yet.
yeah,
Now, this
yeah,
is a true
Sassy.
statement. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's. I mean, that's what this was all about. Was about like being real. You know what I'm saying, and being a little
Yeah.
bit vulnerable. But this is very true. Regardless of whatever beefs we've had and whatever shit, this is absolutely true. I have always said that. If I haven't said it out loud, I definitely spoke about it behind the scenes. But Donna Jean says, "Good afternoon, Sassy and everyone. To be honest, Pizarro keeps the sector afloat because she keeps up the chaos and stirs up trouble." She has always been that girl. Now, and that's why I say Pizarro she definitely is
Well,
a
thank
COVID baby.
you.
Yeah, she definitely
Yeah, that's true.
supports COVID babies, but then she will
She
adapt.
always got the tea because
I,
you always got the tea.
yeah,
Always. Yep.
or somebody gonna give her the tea.
Mhm.
But I think that Pizarro to me is the Jay Wilson. Like they're going to continue to adapt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And whatever
Hmm.
you like it or love it or hate it, they're always going to adapt. So Pizarro has made herself now. She's a wife to one of the YNs. She's always at a YN's panel in regards to Lemon. I
Lord.
he's a YN, you know what I'm saying? And so that's just what it is. So some people have kind of evolved with the sector evolving and they just, they like Pizarro and Tracy. Ironically,
Well, I want to ask y'all a question because when 2020 hit COVID time, and that's when I became a content creator in 2020. But do y'all feel like I shifted once, 2020 hit and I became the new content creator? Um, starting out, do y'all think that I shifted? Because a lot of people feel like I shifted the sector in the state to what it's being now.
Yes, I think you were a
Yes.
catalyst. Yeah, you and Brianna were definitely catalysts. If we want to add Nika to that, but you and Brianna were
I was
definitely.
hoping y'all was gonna say no, bitch.
I know, right? No,
Yeah.
not me. I'm gonna tell the yeah, I'll tell the truth as I
Because
see
you
it.
were the one that me because you were the one that kind of welcomed, you were the one that made everybody soften up to all the other outside sectors too.
And Tracy,
Me
you
too.
too, bitch.
You
You
Me
you
too.
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 Yeah, me
You
too.
too. A
But
lot of
yeah.
people forget that Tracy, you were pivotal in having the black sector come over here. Cookie
Yeah.
Monster and you tried with ZX and all those characters, and we weren't used to that, right? We were used to the VSs and the Tracy and the Fives of the day to say, "Nigga, who are you?" But
Everybody.
even Five started shifting with Mo three. Remember with her with Sean, whatever his name was, Sean and
Sean
Uh-huh.
G, Sean
Sean
G,
Shanti, yeah.
before he got on.
Mob.
Shouldn't
Yeah,
he be getting hot though?
I
It's
think so.
been 5 years.
I think so. I think well, I think so. I think he should be, but I don't know. I don't really keep up.
I
Keep up.
thought he was out. I had I was reporting and they were like, no, he's not. They said he's not out yet. I thought he was out and doing his own thing.
I don't think he's out. Yeah, I don't really keep up with them like I used to, but I don't think so. But then you remember, I mean, Clyde Diva, and then you guys had to fall out. Like we would have never been at Clyde's like that. You know what I'm saying? But this is
Hmm.
the difference, though. Back in the day, like when we went to Clyde because of Tracy, and as soon as she
Mhm.
messed up and fucked up and said China Doll's name in a derogatory way, we were all out of there.
Yep, that was it.
Nowadays,
Yep.
yeah, that was it. We was out of
No,
there.
it wasn't. It wasn't. She said her name in that way. Remember, she tried to accuse Tracy and China Doll lying about
I,
China Doll dying.
I know.
Yeah, she
I was
tried to
like,
say
girl,
I was China doll for a cash grab. I was like, what? And that it was
Right.
all a
It was,
hoax. I
and
was like,
yeah.
what is she talking about?
Tracy, I can still see her channel, and I can see Carrie Cease's channel from my old channel. I still can see they thing, they
Oh, that
channels.
was
I can
sad.
still see them.
Oh
I was
man.
like, look at Carrie Cecil. I ain't see her in so long.
I
But that's the
know.
difference of yesterday and today. So now with the YNs, you can't tell them shit because if you tell them no, I don't want you to go over the codes, they gonna look at you like, bitch, who the fuck are you? And they will
Yep.
and they will forsake a beef sector person and go over there because they don't know the beef sector like that and they don't have that connection. So so that's why I say this is not about what y'all gonna do. Y'all do what y'all gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And go on.
Hmm.
It's never gonna be the same. This was something that was just unique and it was special to us, but it's never gonna be the same. So whoever's going to advocate or like evolve with them, good luck to you. You know what I'm saying? We'll be in the clouds half-ass watching or watching like we used to, whatever. But it's all the subscribers that are thinking that it's going to be the same or even getting upset with a 88 or a Fifi for porn bombing. There's nothing we can do about that because the YNs welcome that type of shit. So there's nothing
Yeah.
anybody can do.
Yeah. It'll never be the same. I don't think
Never,
it'll ever be the same.
never.
Yep. It was an era that was nice and memorable, and basically that's it.
Yeah, Tracy holds the highest numbers for any sector.
Period.
She do.
2,700.
Remember when BS tried to beat your highest number, Tracy?
Oh yes, and my most memorable moment too. Also, I forgot about this. Was when me and Rob met, and he went to jail. That was that was traumatizing.
Girl, we didn't go to
my
sleep.
my memorable moment with you and him is when he was eating your pussy under that table.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my god.
Damn, that was a mess.
Oh my
No, I'm
god.
gonna tell you my most memorable moment is when that nigga bought 5 chicken wings and didn't want to give Tracy none. And I was like, why the fuck you
No, that was a
buy
myth. That was a myth. We
goddamn
always
chicken
called it
wings,
the 10. We
bitch?
always called it the 10 chicken wings. That's what we called the 10 chicken wings. But y'all thought he only meant get 10. It was just that it was called. He was like, go get the 10 chicken wings. It was like, okay. So I was like, what are they talking about? But I just let y'all run with it because there was so much shit going on. I was like, damn.
Okay, so Molly says, remember when Tracy, Kimmy, and Five made a pact, and then Peeper and Candy, I'll correct it there, started the player 1, 2, 3, and so on. I feel like that was the beginning of the end. That
Hmm.
was
Tracy,
a
don't
pivotal
be
moment.
mad.
That was a pivotal moment. Cassie, you asked me to read somebody's comment. I can't find it. Can that person retype
And
it?
remember, they made up do to me. Don't forget that part now.
They made what?
They made up due to me. Remember, they became the what we called y'all, Trixie, when y'all three made up. I forgot what we called what
Oh,
y'all was called.
me and Bye Babe and who else? And Kimmy.
And Kimmy, it was Kimmy, and
Yeah,
y'all all made up because it was at that time. Me, and you was not getting along. I wasn't getting
yeah,
along with Kimmy, and I wasn't getting along with Fire. All y'all made up.
yeah. That
Okay.
was nice. I'm happy that me and Phi Babe made up. And that was genuine, me and Phi Babe. But Kimmy, no.
Yeah, I invited Kimmy too. She never responded. I invited her too because she was a pivot. She had a lot of pivotal moments over here. Well, all right, ladies, I'm about to get out of here so I can try to make my
All
appointment.
right, bye.
Well, I appreciate. Oh, that motherfucker said goodbye. Thank you, bitch, and goodbye.
That was all. It's crazy.
She's so silly, child. Um, Sassy, she just said that Tracy used to block everyone who dropped eyes in the chat and thought everyone was Chopper. Girl, she thought everybody was Jason or Chopper, baby.
Yeah, I
Baby,
sure did. I was like, that
baby.
ain't nobody but so and so.
That ain't nobody. Block them. Baby. Well, this has been fun. Thank you so much, Tracy Cakes, for coming up. I'm so
You're
glad
welcome,
you
Sassy
called
Cake.
me. Yeah, I'm so glad you called me before live. It was all worth it. I appreciate you, girl. Smooches to you.
Thank
And
you, babe. I'll be in the chat.
all right,
Thank
honey.
you.
I'll see you. I'll see you on the streets. All right, y'all. Well, we had some last minute old schools. We had sipping socialite, a very old school subby, y'all. So that's like sipping and Phoebe and Tony. That's where I would just go to them directly and ask them, like, what happened with this person? And I don't know about this. So they would always keep me abreast, especially when I first started. Cause it took me forever to even get to know the people that I was actually looking at, let alone the people that were no longer here. It took me forever. So when new people come over here and they, like I said, they be trying to get in our business, I'm like, bitch, you can shut the fuck up and sit the fuck down. Like, we don't know, you can't know it because we know how long it took us to know it. So just stop. But I will continue to be on their ass. The only one I really, really like is Shakim. I'm trying to think if it's another one that I like. I can't think of nobody else, but I like the room shakers and the coolins and the sincere Saidas. I like them, but they don't really put us in their business like that. Or you know what I'm saying. But I can't think of like a real person, like a real true like beef sector newbie that I'm like I fucks with that nigga, and that nigga would have been good back in the day. I can't think of it. I might be missing one. If I am, I'm sorry. Thank you, everybody. Again, thanks so much for you guys sticking around, right? We were about to end the show, and then, here they come. That's what y'all know me. I'm a fun loving ass bitch. I might be a bitch, but I'm a cozy bitch, okay? And I thank you so much, Trinacious. This is all for you, honey. This is all for you and everybody else that's in them clouds. Shout out to y'all. Y'all don't get shout out enough. It's way more y'all than it is of us. What's up, Muffy Boo? Shout out to everybody that came through. Y'all, please hit that like button. If you got a few dollars, send it my way so I can get me a nice lunch because I is tired. Child, they kicked my little small, cute chocolate back in for just trying to do something for the sector that I love. I said, Lord. But anyway, child, I'm going back to the clouds. Them hoes ain't got to fucking worry about me. They can do a million lives, bitch. I'm going back to the clouds and I'll just talk to my motherfucking members. I ain't got time for these hoes. These hoes is too mean and nasty and surly for me, okay? But anyway, smooth free. That's my Tracy case. Free Sassy. Freer. Okay. Anyway, thank y'all again. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you so much, mods. I was afraid they was gonna work the fuck out of y'all. I said, Lord Jesus, not my precious mods, but I think they took it easy on y'all, so I appreciate that. Smooches, everybody. Just know if you don't see me, give me a virtual hug, and I'm in the clouds, just riding the clouds and just checking it out, child. Smooches to y'all all. Let me go out with my banger, and I'll see y'all from the clouds. Bye.